noticed bad behavior has become normalized at interscholastic athletic events? Some fans seem angry. They lack civility toward one another. Some even get aggressive and unruly. Time out! What is going on? This has to stop. Let's not forget, school sports aren't just about winning. And they're definitely not an excuse to take your frustrations out on the official or the opponent. They're about teaching lessons like perseverance, respect, and empathy, so students can learn and grow as people, not just as players. We all have a role to play in setting a good example for our students and teaching them these important values. So fans, it's time to step up your game and behave positively at interscholastic athletic events in Idaho.
This message presented by the IHSAA and the Idaho Athletic Administrators Association.
May I offer you one of our finest selections? Delicious, rich in protein, and locally produced right here in Idaho. Excellent choice, sir.
Satisfied dairy customer, aisle 10.
Dad's home.
I'm home.
Did you get the good stuff?
He's lighting it up. He's going in. He scores!
Idaho's 529 can be used at any in-state or out-of-state 2- or 4-year college or university. Can be used at a trade school for an apprenticeship.
Whatever it is that your kid is interested in, that's available for them to use the fund.
I really like the flexibility. It gives Wild the opportunity to pursue a whole array of training.
So whatever your child's passion is, you can support that.
To learn more, go to idsaves.org.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
It's that time again. Time to get the health insurance you need for next year. Open enrollment is the time for you to enroll in, renew, or change your coverage. At Your Health Idaho, you can save money with a tax credit on the plan that's best for you and your family. Don't wait. Open enrollment ends December 15th. More coverage, less cost. Only at yourhealthidaho.org. Enroll by December 15th.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Welcome into this IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of the 2025 Idaho High School Football Playoffs on the NFHS Network. This postseason broadcast is presented by Project Filter, your local Toyota dealer, Your Health Idaho, Next Steps Idaho, Ideal, Idaho's College Savings Plan, the Idaho Bowl, Valleywide Cooperative, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. Hi, everyone. Welcome in. My name's Lance Taylor. I'm joined today by Kyle Fuzz Taylor as we bring you this semifinal game. Winner goes to the state championship. Teams that are familiar with getting all the way there, of course, Rigby won the last couple in a row. Let's start out with Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain comes into this game tonight 10-1 on the season. Their only loss in the regular season came to Timberline, who is still in the playoffs as well. We'll get to that game in just a moment. They lost that 20-31. Both teams beat Mountain View this year, so those are games that they do have in common. Rocky Mountain 31-21. Rigby beat them last week 42-28 to get to this game. The last media poll, which was October 29th, had Timberline first, Rigby second, Eagle 3, Rocky Mountain 4, and Madison 5. Both 3 and 5 are already out of this tournament. as Rocky Mountain knocked off Eagle last week, and Madison was knocked off as well. So both those two teams are out. Looking at this Rocky Mountain team, as you look at Cutler, he's kind of the do-it-everything guy. Custer, he's doing the do-everything guy. He's got 934 rushing yards on it. We'll talk about the passing. They're not a massive passing team when you compare them to the run game as well. Very, very good team that way. Leading them in receptions is Jones, just 345 yards on the year. However, Jones is leading in the all-purpose yards, 1,203. Their leading tackler for this team, Drake Peterson, with 82, Weatherly 75, and Bowman with 71. There are 8 total players on this Rocky Mountain roster with 40 or more tackles on the season. Very good roster for Rocky Mountain. Taking a look over at the Rigby side. They are your reigning state champions. They're going now by the Red Devils. They still show up as the Rigby Trojans and everything, but they're announcing themselves as the Red Devils. Must be a change that they're looking to do here. They're your reigning state champs, 9-1 on the season. Their only loss came to a 5A Bishop Kelly team who's playing Skyline tonight in the 5A division. That was a 15-29 loss. Their number one player, running back, Amani Morrell. And I'll tell you what, we'll see Kofei get some carries tonight too, but Morrell, he is just an absolute animal on the field. He does a fantastic job. He's the guy that we all look to, is Amani Morrell, to carry this team. Jacob Flowers, great quarterback, does an awesome job. Number 4 on the roster for you guys. Receivers, Korth Farnsworth, Kofei, these guys, Butikofer as well. These are all names that you're going to hear tonight as well, coached, of course, by Armando Gonzalez, this great Rigby tradition that they have created down here. Rocky Mountain, one of the newer schools in the state of Idaho. When you look, overall, they've been around a while now, but one of the newer schools in the state of Idaho. As we look around, the other game here in the 6A division tonight, the number 1 A seed out of the western part of the state was Timberline. And then you've got, as well, they're playing Coeur d'Alene as all the lights go off. We're going to get some Star Spangled Banner going up here as well. Looks like some of the things are going back on, but they're going to get some fireworks going here. But that should be a good game over there. Timberline and Coeur d'Alene, that'll start at the same time as this game does here. So we'll keep you posted as that game moves forward. Looking down at the 5A division, it's Hillcrest and Twin Falls and Bishop Kelly and Skyline. Hillcrest, your reigning state champions there. Looking at 4A, Fruitland and Kimberly, and then Sugar Salem. They've won 6 of the last 7. Down at halftime, 20-14 to Homedale. That being played down in the ICCU Dome on the campus of Idaho State University. 3A, Ryrie, the number 1 seed going into this playoffs. They face Aberdeen. Westside and Nampa Christian. Westside is the number 2 seed. They've been one of the dominant forces in 3A as of late. Looking at the 8-man football size ranks. It's number 1 Kendrick, number 4 Grace. That being played in the Kibbe Dome up in Moscow on the campus of University of Idaho. And then Kamei and Logos. Most people think that this state championship game will be Kendrick and Kamei. That's yet to be decided. However, it will be decided tonight. Looking at the smallest of the 8-man division, it's number 1 Council, number 5 Cary, number 2 Tri-Valley, and number 6 Wallace. If you've never been to Wallace, Idaho, it's one of the funnest places to visit in the entire state of Idaho, and it is oh so beautiful. But back here, we're at Rigby High School, as Rigby High School gets set to take on Rocky Mountain in this semi-finals matchup, and this should be a dandy. Once again, Kyle Fuzz and Lance Taylor bringing this game to you here on IdahoSports.com. We're going to get the coin toss here in just a little bit. Don't forget, folks, coming up as well, shortly will be basketball season. You'll be able to go into IdahoSports.com and learn about all the things that are going on there as we prepare for basketball season. The girls' tryouts are already done. Boys' tryouts are this week. And then they'll be doing what they can to bring in state championships as well. Let's talk about our power boosters. First for Rigby, Fibercom, Teton Auto Group, Anytime Fitness in Rigby, Java Express, MVP Rentals, Brightside Dental, The Roof Resource, Pro Pete Fertilizer, Bellhaven Real Estate, Idaho Drug, and Eckersall Funeral Chapel. And for Rocky Mountain, Your loan booster for Rocky Mountain will be Beehive Federal Credit Union. Beehive Federal Credit Union. We are going to get the Star Spangled Banner here from Rigby High School. They are having a moment of silence for just a brief moment here. Brief moment of silence was for someone dear to this program who had passed away. But we are going to get our Star Spangled Banner. We're going to take that break right here on IdahoSports.com. We'll be back with the opening kickoff after this.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through 2 strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
Help dreams come true with the Ideal 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits and ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, apprenticeships, K-12 education, and student loan repayment nationwide. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes, and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org to learn more.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
So, what's next? Your path doesn't have to look like theirs. You can do this, or this, or this. Check out in-demand jobs in Idaho and get up to $8,000 to find your thing.
Welcome back as we get ready for the opening kickoff here on IdahoSports.com. Your semifinals, 6A, Rigby, Rocky Mountain, East Idaho meets West Idaho. And again, the winner of this game will face the winner of Timberline and Coeur d'Alene. Timberline, Coeur d'Alene, that game being played tonight at Donald Larson Park. Donald Larson Park, if you're not familiar with that, that is the track for Boise State University, and it's also the football field for Boise High School. But you got Timberline and Coeur d'Alene will be playing in that game tonight. As we look at the games these teams played this year, Rocky Mountain had a win over Orem, Utah, 39-37. Of course, that's where Pukenakuo was from. Provo, Utah, they beat 49-14. They knocked off Mountain View up there in the valley, 31-21, beat Capital, beat Centennial, Meridian, Middleton, then lost to Timberline, who they could potentially meet in the state championship game. Then a win against Kuna, 42-13, knocked off Owyhee, and then last week knocked off Eagle. As we look over on the other side of the ball, as far as Rigby goes, you know, Rigby's been one of those power programs for a long time here, particularly of late in this part of the state in Idaho. And I'll tell you what, not only this part of the state, but they have absolutely been a dominant power in the state of Idaho, period. We'll get to their roster here in just a minute. To their games here in just a minute. We are getting the coin toss. Once again, your power booster for Rocky Mountain is Beehive Federal Credit Union. Okay, Rigby won the coin toss, and Rigby has deferred to half number 2. Therefore, Rocky Mountain in their road purple bottoms and white tops with purple numbers and trim will kick off to Rigby in their home black with maroon and gold numbers outlined. And the maroon helmets. Looking at Rigby's schedule, Rigby beat Coeur d'Alene, who they could potentially face in the state championship game as well. And they knocked off Woods Cross of Utah. Syracuse lost to Bishop Kelly, beat Lewiston, Highland, Madison, Hillcrest, Thunder Ridge, and then last week knocked off Mountain View to get to this game here today. Now, these fans are roaring and ready to go. You know, you almost think this stadium here at Rigby High School is too small anymore, because as this program has really come alive, so have the people showing up to their games as well. Are you interested in joining the team here at IdahoSports.com? We are always on the lookout for talented people that want to get involved in what we do. Salespeople, producers, camera operators, writers, photographers, even broadcasters. Simply email editor at IdahoSports.com to find out more. Got some Michael Jackson Thriller playing over the loudspeakers here as Rigby set to kick off to Rocky Mountain. Rigby believes in their defense. They're going to kick off first because you know what? They think they can get the stop right off the bat. Then, of course, they get the ball to start half. Number 2, Rocky Mountain, a very powerful, powerful running team, and many threats out there. Some threats for on the run game for Rigby as well. Monty Morrell, of course, the number 1 threat there. Kofe has done a great job this year as well. This kick is up. It's going to be returnable. Oh, players bump into each other, didn't communicate. It's going to be grabbed, brought out to the 20-yard line and just shy of the 25, where Rocky Mountain will take over 1st and 10. The Grizzlies of Rocky Mountain High School. Rocky Mountain High School, located in Meridian. If you're watching from afar and aren't quite sure where that's at, that's part of the Boise Valley. In fact, Meridian High School at one time kind of used to service that entire west end of the valley. Now there's about 4 or 5 high schools that service, pardon me, that service that area. From the shotgun, Rocky Mountain goes. Man initially in motion was Young. So they had an illegal equipment warning against the defense. So someone had to come and probably take some jewelry off. That's probably what it was. Now we're set. From the shotgun. Man in motion. That man is Jones. You're going to hear his name a lot tonight as well. Run goes up the right side, out near the first down marker. Your starting quarterback tonight, by the way, is Custer, Kalen Custer, and he is nothing shy of fantastic for his team. Number 2 in all-purpose yards. They get another first down. This time, this carry, they called that as number 11. It was actually number 2, Baxter, Oakley Baxter. He read off number 11. I think he was looking at his grade. So 2 plays, 2 first downs for the Grizzlies of Rocky Mountain. From the shotgun again is Custer. Custer also just a junior on this team. And we're going to get some penalty flags. Most likely going to be a false start. We'll see exactly what it is. They are going to say that it's a false start. Yeah, I think there's a little bit of movement early in the backfield. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 15. But the way Rocky Mountain's been moving this ball fuzz, it's one of those scenarios where, heck, they've run 2 plays and got 2 first downs. You think you could get a playoff to get a manageable at least 2nd or 3rd down here in this series. Once again, Rocky Mountain going left to right as you hear it and we see it. 11:05, clock ticking in quarter number 1. No score yet. First possession, it's Rocky Mountain. And once again, Rocky Mountain's going to go with the run. They pick up 4 yards on the play. It's behind number 2, Baxter. Baxter now getting some early carries in this ball game. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 11. We talked about Rocky Mountain being a really run-heavy team. We're going to see a lot of that tonight. As you look at Custer at quarterback, only 774 yards on the season. As opposed to the other side of the ball, if you have Flowers, throwing for well over 1,000. Another run up the left side, this time brought down by Rigby. It's Custer with the quarterback keeper. Pick up just 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 8. Remember, they got a false start penalty to start this set of downs. It's going to be a 3rd and 8, and I don't know if this is go for it territory if it does get to a 4th down by Rocky Mountain. And the faithful here at Rigby High School call themselves the Red Devils now. Boy, and getting away with a false start is Rocky Mountain. The pass is up, no good. I'm really surprised that Rocky Mountain went with a pass on that play, particularly a pass deep downfield. And that's going to bring up a 4th down and most likely punt range for Rocky Mountain. If you are Rigby, though, however, you've got to look for that fake. You know, so many high school teams just, go for it on 4th or fake those punts. Ball is on the 47-yard line on their own side of the field. Speaking of Rocky Mountain. And they will, in fact, punt. Running out to the side, letting his men get down. And there's Rocky Mountain. It hits a Rocky Mountain player. As they went down the field, it actually made contact and hit Drew Bird, the senior. He's also a wide receiver on this team. But as it is, ball is just down on, it looks like about the 20-yard line. We'll see exactly where they spot it, the 20 or 21. And it'll be Rigby football, 1st and 10. And we'll get the first look at Flowers and Amani Morrell. So they're going to put it on the 21-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 Rigby. Here on their home field, the number 1 seed from the east. They face the number 3 seed from the west. One opponent in common. That happens to be Mountain View. However, Rocky Mountain played them early in the season, with Rigby playing them last week. And from the shotgun is Flowers. Trips left, now man in motion. The man in motion is Korth. That's a name you're going to hear a lot tonight as well. Ball is ran up the middle. It's Amani Morrell, and he's going to pick up 8 yards on the play. Brings up a 2nd and 2. So ball placed at the 29-yard line. 2nd and 2. Morrell again in the backfield. And we're going to get a penalty flag. I'm going to see what this is. And again, this is going to be illegal equipment. It's going to be illegal equipment again. Not sure what they are deeming to be illegal equipment. But whatever now, it's been called twice. Both times against Rigby, once on the defense and now on the offense. We'll have to see what that is. From the shotgun, it's Flowers. Go off the right side, I believe that's Coffey. Going to be a pickup of about 3 yards on the play, so they'll get some of that back that they lost on the 5-yard penalty, but not all of it. It'll bring up a 3rd and 3. So they went from 2nd and 2 to 2nd to 7, now 3rd and 3. Morrell back in the game. First time this year we've seen illegal equipment called in a game. Does happen. Flowers now looks to his right, goes left. He's going to pick up the 1st down and then some. Gets out to roughly the 32-yard line, where it'll be 1st and 10 Rigby. So between the two teams, that's the 3rd first down of the ball game for Rocky Mountain, unable to convert and to continue their drive as they had to go punt on their 3rd set of downs. 3 receiver set. 1 in the backfield, it's Armani. Receivers are 2 left, 1 right. From the shotgun is Flowers. Man in motion. The man in motion is Freeman. It's going to be a keeper again. It's going to be Amani Morrell. It might have been a direct snap the way they did it. Gets about 2 yards on the play before he is brought down. Cree Farnsworth, the senior wide receiver, comes back into the ball game for Rigby. Lots of games going on around the state tonight. We'll try to keep you informed of those scores as they happen. Off to the right side they go. This time it's going to be a keeper by Flowers. Flowers going to pick up some decent yardage. It's going to bring up a 3rd and 4. No score reported in the other game as well. Timberline, Coeur d'Alene, that started the same time as this game. Once again, your halftime score down in the ICCU Dome, Idaho State University. The halftime score was Homedale 20, Sugar Salem 14. That's Fruitland and Kimberly playing for a berth on the other side of the bracket, the 4A division as well. Monty Morrell out to the left side, and it's going to be Flowers. Pops out of the backfield. He's going to be chased. He gets the first down, or at least close to it. We'll see. I think they're going to call him just a little bit shy. We will see if they're going to move the sticks or not. Looks like it's going to be just short. It's going to be 4th down, and Rigby stays on the field. They say, you know what? We believe we can pick this up, and so do their fan base. In fact, their fans would have probably booed without it. It's Morrell. Morrell picks up the first down. He's finally brought down. Picks up the necessary yardage, got about 1.5 yards, and it's going to be 1st down Rigby, still on their own side of the field. 6:18 remaining in quarter number 1. They stop to set the chains. Ball on the 43-yard line, 1st and 10 Rigby. From the shotgun again, trips right, single left. They go over to the right side. Pass is complete, finally brought down. It's going to be Golding. Golding on the reception for Rigby. Once again, Rigby calling themselves the Red Devils now. Don't know if they've officially changed their mascot name. They still show up as the Trojans and everything else. Red Devils, great mascot. I used to live down in Utah in Springville. They were the Red Devils. Of course, you got the Duke Blue Devils. You got the Arizona State Sun Devils. Ball comes out now to the left side with a little bit of trickery. Picking up the first down is Rigby, and then some. Finally brought down on the play is Rigby's number 12, Owen Golding. Called his name last time too, and Rigby now gets down into Rocky Mountain territory. Ball on the 32-yard line, and it's a hurry-up offense. They get a snap. Ball goes to the ground. Pass goes out to the side. Pass is complete. That is to Korth. Korth picks up the first down, and right now, Rocky Mountain fuming that there was not a holding call on that play. I think that was one of those plays, looking at it from my angle, that if you call it, you're right. If you don't call it, you're right. Either way is set. Morrell in the backfield. Flowers up under center now. It's 1st and 10. They can get a first down on the 1-yard line. Monty Morrell's just going to run it in and take care of that. No harm, no foul. So your first score, it's Morrell on an 11-yard run. With 4:54 remaining. Coming out, they're going to try the extra point, not go for 2. You know, the bigger schools, you almost always see them do the 1 point unless they have to. Ball's down, kick is up. Looked like it might have been off to the right. No, yeah, it was. It was off to the right. So your score is 6-0. Pro Peat Fertilizer is an enviro-friendly product that reduces leaching. Peat-bound nutrients released when plants need them. And Carbon 90 Plus binds nutrients to the natural carbon of peat moss, encouraging steady plant growth for healthier turf with less mowing and thatch. It is truly a great product for turf and ornamental applications. Pro Peat wants to wish the Rigby football team good luck in the playoffs. Pocock Trucking is based in Sugar City, Idaho, but sends trucks all over the western United States as well as Canada. They haul bulk commodities like feed, fertilizer, grain, and potatoes. And they offer minor shop repairs and a full-service lube bay. They grow potato, dairy, quality alfalfa, and more. They can even sell you a used truck if you need one. Pocock Trucking's main office is in Sugar City, and their truck shop is located in St. Anthony, Idaho. To find out more, go to pococktrucking.com. If you're having trouble with your propane fireplace or freestanding stove, Fall River Propane can help. Fall River Propane services all makes and models of propane fireplaces and stoves. Call or visit fallriverpropane.com. Hottest burning, low-cost propane for residential or commercial delivery. The Bank of Commerce is a proud supporter of all area schools with 17 locations across Idaho and the southwest Montana. For local decisions and exceptional service, make the Bank of Commerce your bank of a lifetime. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. So just like that, Rigby finds themselves up 6-0, 4:54 remaining in half number one. You know, Rocky Mountain got the ball to start the game, picked up 2 first downs on 2 consecutive plays, and then they had a penalty, had a hard time picking up the next first down, end up punting, and then give up a score to Morrell on the 11-yard line, the 11-yard run. And it ends up 6-0, your score. Still waiting to come back from some advertisements and some other ads. Don't forget, want to see scores and schedules from around the state, just simply log on to IdahoSports.com. Kick on Friday Night Flash. You can see what's going on in the other brackets. It's a semifinal night everywhere in the state. We do have one game tomorrow. It's in I believe it's in the 3A division. And now, going into the fourth quarter, it's Homedale 23, Sugar Salem 14. This one's kicked well into the end zone, so this will come out to the 20-yard line by Rule. So Rocky Mountain will take over on the 20. One of the things you cannot afford to do against Rigby is to get down in a big hole early, especially when you're a running team. Rocky Mountain is not as equipped as a Rigby team is to come back from a large deficit because they are primarily a running team, which takes a lot more time off the clock. However, they are set up, if they get a lead, to take a lot of time off the clock and make it hard for teams at times to come back on them, or at least to have the ball in their hands to come back. One receiver right, one left, one on the backfield, ball on the 20-yard line. Going up the side, they're going to pick up a few yards on this play, maybe 4 yards. It's going to be, they call Baxter on the carry, and I believe that is who it is. There is a penalty flag on the play. This might be a holding based upon where it was called. If it is, it's a 10-yard penalty. It is. It's going to be 10 yards from the previous spot. It'll bring up 1st and 20. So a Rocky Mountain team that had a penalty that kind of took them out of their last drive and forced them to punt. They'll go all the way back to the 10, and another penalty now brings up a 1st and 20. Out of the backfield again, and tripping is Baxter. With that particular play right there, they're just absolutely running right into the hands of some of your very best tacklers and linemen for Rigby. I mean, obviously you got to mix some things up, but there's certain spots that you just know is going to be a really tough task. I mean, you're trying to come from a 2 and 20, or 1st and 20. Now it's 2nd and 18. 2-yard gain on the play for Baxter. From the shotgun is Custer. Once again, they go to Baxter, and once again, he gets tackled heavy on the left side, does pick up some positive yards, so the ball will be placed on the 15, where it'll be 3rd and 15. And if you're a Rigby fan and a Rigby player, you're looking and saying, hey, we can get another punt out of this, and how deep Rocky Mountain is in their own territory. That could potentially give great field position to Rigby. And for Rocky Mountain, we'll see what kind of play they pull out of their bag of tricks to potentially pick up a first down here. Once again, their very first 2 plays of the ball game, 2 first downs. Now, fans getting loud here at Rigby High School. The faithful have come down from Meridian and Rocky Mountain, and we're going to get a run. It's Custer. He's going to get out. He's going to pick up the first down. 1st and 10, Rocky Mountain. He'll get out across the 30-yard line near the 31. We'll see exactly where that takes place. It will be on the 31-yard line. 1st and 10 Grizzlies, and they get themselves out of the 1st and 20 hole that they had after the holding penalty to start this drive. Custer, the leading rusher on this team. And right there, he showed why, just a junior. He'll return next year for this Grizzly group. Now the backfield, we are going to get a pitch. He's going to come out to Baxter. Baxter's going to pick up the first down, and he's going to get out of bounds. Baxter to the right side, so they work the left. Now they're heavily working the right side. And Rocky Mountain now back where they were last possession after the 2 first downs in 2 plays, and then kind of got a penalty and ended up faltering and having to punt in that. Here they are. It's going to be a 1st and 10 from their own 45-yard line. Up under center this time is Custer. Single right, single left. Again, not a heavy passing team. Man in motion comes back. He's got blocking duty, and it's going to go to Custer again. Pardon me, it's going to go to Baxter. Baxter's going to get out to the 50-yard line, pick up 5 yards on the play, and this is the farthest down the field that Rocky Mountain has been in their 2 possessions. Rigby is a stout defense, particularly up that middle. One of the places that sometimes Rigby can get beat is over on the edges, and we've seen that thus far. Now back in the shotgun is Custer. Man comes up. We're going to get what looks like a middle blitz. Instead, it's going to be Baxter. Baxter's going to pick up the first down. Picks it up down on the 41-yard line, where it's going to be 1st and 10 on the Rigby side of the field for the Grizzlies of Rocky Mountain. And Kobe Walker really saved that play from potentially being another 15 to 20 yards for Baxter as he made the nice ankle tackle. Single right again, 2 in the backfield along with Custer. Custer looks down the field, goes out to the side. Handoff takes place and bouncing off the defenders, and it looks like he's going to make it all the way to the end zone. It's number 6. It's Rajon Jones with a 41-yard scramble. With 1:57 remaining in quarter number 1, the Grizzlies get on the board. It's a 41-yard run by Jones. Jones, one of these seniors for Rocky Mountain. They've got a lot of youth as well. They're going to come on to attempt the extra point. Kicker for the extra point, Sawyer McClendon. Kick is up. The kick is good. Now with 1:57 remaining in quarter number 1, Rocky Mountain takes the lead 7-6. Franklin Building Supply is a proud supporter of Rigby Athletics and all the building professionals in Eastern Idaho. Their friendly and knowledgeable team is ready to help make your project a success from start to finish. Franklin Building Supply in Pocatello and Idaho Falls, definitely worth the trip. Family owned and operated since 1985, Mountain River Ranch is your go-to destination for great fun and hospitality in Ryrie from November 28th through December 31st. Enjoy the holiday season with a drive-through Christmas light show, a horse-drawn wagon ride, music featuring rawhide and rosin, and roast beef or chicken for dinner, and a variety of drinks available. Visit mountainrivershows.com. That's mountainrivershows.com to learn more. Rigby now out on the field. They're anxious to get this ball back and to potentially put another one up on the scoreboard. Shout out to our power boosters for Rocky Mountain Beehive Federal Credit Union. Over on the Rigby side, Fibercom, Teton Auto Group, Anytime Fitness in Rigby, Java Express, MVP Rentals, Brightside Dental, the Roof Resource, Cropeat Fertilizer, Bellhaven Real Estate, Idaho Drug, and Eckersell Funeral Chapel. Right now, Timberline up on the other side of the state, 3-0 over Coeur d'Alene in the first. This one, of course, still here in the first as well, 7-6. Rocky Mountain on top and kicking off. Once again, as he kicked the extra point, it's Sawyer McLendon. He'll kick off as well. They're going to do kind of a pooch punt. It's going to go out of bounds and draw a flag. Not sure what they were looking for there, but either way, I can guarantee that is not what they were wanting. So the ball will come out to the to the 30-yard line. Okay, so they're calling an illegal procedure on the kicking team as well. That's interesting. So the ball will actually come out to the 35. It'll be on the right hash marks. Rigby going right to left, as we call it, and you hear it. So it'll be Rigby 1st and 10 on their own side of the field and down by 1 point, 7-6. Hillcrest is hosting Twin Falls, just about 20 miles from here in Idaho Falls. And on the other side of the state in 5A, you got Skyline at Bishop Kelly. Bishop Kelly probably most consistently the most perennial powerhouse of that division. Pass comes out to Morrell out of the backfield. He's going to pick up 9 yards on the play. It's going to bring up a 2nd and 1. Ball on the 44. Morrell, a very tough load to bring down. He's big coming out of the backfield. This time, what a great fake. Coming out of the backfield, they're going to pick up the first down. It's Cannon Korth, as it was a fake run by Flowers. The defense bid on that. They were able to hit Korth with just a little pass out of the backfield. Picks up the first down, and now they find themselves in Rocky Mountain territory for the second time tonight. Ball on the 46-yard line. Rocky Mountain side of the field, 1st and 10, Rigby. Now the backfield they go again. And breaking away from the defense, it's number 12, Golding. Golding doing a great job, pardon me. No, it was number 22, Kofe. Q Kofe picks up a first down and some, dragging defenders with him. Ball now on the 18-yard line. Rocky Mountain side of the field, 1st and 10, Rigby. Closing in on another score. Ball comes out to the side to Cannon Korth, and I'll tell you what, he gets clobbered out on the side of the field, but gets up. He was knocked down by Jones. But Korth gets down inside the 10-yard line. Looks like it's down to the 9, where it's going to be 1st and goal for Rigby. From the shotgun, it's Flowers. Morrell in the backfield with him. See, I'm not sure this is a first down. It should have had to get to the 8 to be a first down. So it should be 2nd and 1 is what I was thinking. But over on the side, they're showing it as 1st and goal. Well, so they are. They're going to keep it the way it is. 1st and goal for Rigby. The officials are still talking about it. I think the officials are incorrect on this play. The ball was on the 18. So it was 1st and 10 on the 18. And so it should be 2nd and 1 right now. And they are. They're going to make him do it. It is going to be 2nd and 1. Okay, so now they're getting him over there. They're going to do it. That's what it should have been, was 2nd and 1. Sometimes, people think once you get inside the 10, it's 1st and goal. It's not. You still have to pick up that first down. So 2nd and 1. I think they'll pick it up, but just to do it the right way, it's going to be Monty Morrell. He had an 11-yard touchdown. Last time down, Morrell gets all the way down. It looks like they're going to call him down on the 2-yard line. So now it will be first and goal. It'll be first and goal from the 2. Timberline now up on Coeur d'Alene, 10-0. And getting in for the touchdown is going to be Rigby. That's going to be Morrell again. So Amani Morrell with a 2-yard run. So all touchdowns tonight have been on runs. There's 21 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. Moves our score out 12-7. Extra point pending. Your kicker's Andrew Janes. He missed the extra point on his previous attempt. This time it's up. This one looked good from our angle, and it is good. And now the score is 13-7. Rigby on top. We're going to take a break here on IdahoSports.com. 21 seconds remaining in quarter number 1.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through 2 strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
So, what's next? Your path doesn't have to look like theirs. You can do this, or this, or this. Check out in-demand jobs in Idaho and get up to $8,000 to find your thing.
Welcome back. 21 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. It's Rigby on top 13-7 as they just scored, and they will kick off. Right now, a score out of the 5A division up in Boise at Bishop Kelly High School. It's Bishop Kelly 6, Skyline 0. That in the first quarter. It's again in the fourth quarter down in the ICCU Dome. Sugar Salem, who's been in the state championship game 7 years in a row, got their backs against the ropes right now, down 14-23 to Homedale. Homedale has been unable to overcome the Sugar Salem riddle over these years. It's Kimberly up 7-0 in the first on Fruitland.
Line it up to kick off to the Grizzlies for the 3rd time tonight in the first quarter.
So 21 seconds remaining. Kicker's Andrew Janes, just a sophomore. Actually, he's not going to be doing the kickoff this time. It's going to be Evan Freeman. It's going to be kicking off. Rocky Mountain waits to receive. Kick is up. This one will go into the end zone again, and by rule, come out to the 20-yard line where it'll be 1st and 10 from their own side of the field. Rocky Mountain.
Line start for the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies. 1st and
3A
10.
division, your lone game tonight is Westside and Nampa. That'll take place in the ICCU Dome right after the Sugar Salem Homedale game. 2A right now, Kendrick up 22-0 in the second quarter. That being played in the Kibbe Dome. That's against Grace. And again, the game that matters to these folks here. Right now, Timberline 10, Coeur d'Alene 0. 21 seconds remaining in quarter number 1. From the backfield, it's Baxter. Baxter's going to pick up just 2 yards on the play. That's been the run right there that has been hard to pick up yards on. Right there, going through that A-gap on the left side. That has been a really tough challenge. And we're going to run down and go to quarter number 2. We'll take a break here on IdahoSports.com. 13-7, it's Rigby over top Rocky Mountain.
Help dreams come true with the Ideal 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits and ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, apprenticeships, K-12 education, and student loan repayment nationwide. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes, and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org to learn more.
Every time that we get in the car, number 1, buckle up. Number 2, no phones. And number 3, pay attention to your surroundings.
If I got in the car with my friends, I would definitely tell them to put their seatbelts on. I want to be able to get back home safely.
Okay, listen up. Right now, teens in Idaho have a higher than normal percentage of fatal car crashes. We're 2.6 times more likely to be in a crash. Why? Data shows we're not buckling up, not driving sober, speeding, and getting distracted by that little device we love to hate. So what are we gonna do about it? It's time to buckle up, drive sober, slow down, and put our dang phone down. I mean, duh. Join the movement. Search Shift Idaho Team to learn more.
12 minutes on the clock. Rocky Mountain 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line. Pardon me, 2nd and 8 from their own 20-yard line. From the shotgun is Custer. Custer brings it up the left side. Had a big run last time that he carried the ball. He's going to get out across the 25 to what looks like the 27. It'll be 3rd and about 3. And the Rigby faithful getting awfully loud. They'd love to get another stop, and for the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies, they'd like nothing more than to get down and put up more points on the board. Man in motion, 2 men right, nobody left, 1 in the backfield. And faking out of the backfield, it's Custer. He has his man. There is not a pass interference call on this play. And once again, the Rocky Mountain coaches are furious at no call on that play. It looked to me like good defense from where I was standing. It did hit the defender essentially in the back, but the defender wasn't up making contact with the with the receiver. And now for the second time in this ball game, it's going to be Rocky Mountain punting. Looks like Trevor Varch is their punter. Vok, pardon me. I think it's going to be a false start. Or it might be a delay of game. It's going to be awfully close either way. Yep. It's going to be a delay of game, so another 5 yards. And right now, if you're Rocky Mountain, these are the little things you have to clear up. So it's going to be 4th and 8. But more importantly, punting from 5 yards back farther. I mean, you look at the returner for Rigby. He's down on the 40-yard line. So they're going to have, you anticipate good field position either way. Ball's on the 22 on the Rocky Mountain side of the field. 4th and 8, they are punting. Not the world's greatest snap, but a very good punt. Holy cow. And bounces downfield to the 20-yard line. I'll tell you what, that worked out about as good as you could from where they were punting from. What a fantastic punt for Rocky Mountain. And Rigby, who has not been stopped on either of their drives, they're 2 for 2, gets the ball back and already have the 13-7 lead, 11:04 remaining. Your score down in the mini dome now, the ICCU dome, pardon me, Sugar 20, Homedale 30. Still 10-0 is what the score is showing right now. Timberline and Coeur d'Alene. Winner of this game will face the winner of that game. Next week will be state championship Saturday. Possibly an offside on Rocky Mountain, not called. It's Morrell with the carry, and he gets maybe a half yard. There's no stat for a half yard, so it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Looked like Rocky Mountain might have got away with a false start over on that side. Big number 94. Ezekiel, just a junior defensive tackle. He'll be back next year as well. From the shotgun is Flowers. And that time Rocky Mountain might have got away with, or pardon me, Rigby might have got away with a false start. It's going to be Flowers on the keeper. I'll tell you what a great fake handoff to the right side. The fake on that side happened to be to number 12, Golding, and the defense bit hard. He sold it really well, did Flowers. Ball now comes out to the 42-yard line on their own side of the field. 1st and 10, Rigby. 10:20 remaining in quarter number 2. Man in motion, single right, single left. They go to Morrell. He's going to get stopped, but not until he picks up a couple yards on the play. In first on the tackle, big number 94, Ezekiel Tuine. He's been in on a number of tackles tonight for Rocky Mountain. Now 2nd and 8. And Morrell is not an easy assignment to bring down. He is a big boy. And on this 2nd and 8, now they've got to find a way to stop Rigby from getting a big run again. Last time it was a keeper by Flowers. Flowers picked up 24 yards on the play. From the backfield again, it's Flowers. He comes out, and boy, I'll tell you what, Flowers just got popped in the backfield big time. Pass falls incomplete, and the defensive assignment was Owen Weatherly, the linebacker. Weatherly's name is a name that we will probably call quite a bit tonight, particularly defensively, as he does a great job, gets in there, and that was very close. I mean, that was about a less than a half step to being a sack. As it is, it brings up a 3rd and 8, and this is the longest that Rigby has to go on a 3rd down tonight. They got a 5-receiver set. 3 on the right, 2 left. Flowers steps up, has his man, close to the 1st down, but not quite there, out near the 50-yard line. Gets over across it to the 49 on the other side of the field, and I would imagine if you're Rigby, you're going to go for this. You got a 4th and 1. You just reached the Rocky Mountain side of the field. Rocky Mountain has yet to stop you on a possession tonight. If you didn't get this, you don't necessarily have the worst defensive assignment. You've been able to get 2 stops. It's going to be Flowers. Flowers going to get the 1st down. He keeps it. He's still dragging defenders. He's going to get down inside the 45-yard line to the 43 on the Rocky Mountain side of the field. 1st and 10 with 9:14 remaining in quarter number 2. The board shows 1st, but it's actually quarter number 2. From the shotgun is Flowers. It's Kofei now. Kofei picks up some good yardage on the play. He gets 6 yards. That's going to bring up a 2nd and 4. And right now, Rigby having their way with Rocky Mountain. Don't forget, Rigby does get the ball to start half number 2. Quick offense. Picking up the 1st down now is going to be Rigby. It's Korth, Cannon Korth out to the right side. We said that he's going to be a name they mention a lot, or that we mention a lot tonight. It's 1st down. They get down inside the 35-yard line. They're going to place it on the 32. It's going to be 1st and 10. Rigby on the move. And we're going to get a timeout for Rocky Mountain. We'll take it as well here. That's their first charge timeout right here on IdahoSports.com.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through 2 strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
So, what's next? Your path doesn't have to look like theirs. You can do this, or this, or this. Check out In-Demand Jobs in Idaho and get up to $8,000 to find your thing.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Welcome back off the Rocky Mountain timeout. 8:23 remaining in quarter number 2. And it's 1st and 10 from the 32-yard line on the Rocky Mountain side of the field for Rigby. Flowers on the keeper. Scoots through a defender and breaks the tackle nicely. Finally shoved out of bounds, but not until he picks up the first down. Finally bringing him down out of bounds was number 6, Jones, who has the lone touchdown as well for Rocky Mountain. And it is a final down in the ICCU Dome in the 4A division. For the first time now in 8 years, Sugar Salem will not be going to the state championship game. They've been there 7 years in a row. This would have been the 8th year. And Jones breaks up a nice pass thrown to the corner of the end zone. Freeman was the intended receiver on the play. Jones had the great defensive play. Ball is on the 15-yard line where it'll be 2nd and 10. I really like that play call, though. It's first down, you're on the 15. Go ahead and try for that touchdown pass. Heck, you haven't been able to be stopped running, so you can still come back. You can go to Morrell, you can go to Coffey. Morrell and Coffey off to the side right now. Now Morrell is on the field. He's going to line up as a receiver, so it'll be an empty backfield. Twins right, twins left, Flowers from the shotgun. Flowers looks to the left. He's going to keep it. Goes out to the right side. Gets down near the 5-yard line. It's inside the 10 either way. It looks like he's going to be on the 7. It's going to be 3rd down. 3rd and 3 is what it's going to be for Rocky Mountain. They're giving him maybe even an extra yard. They're going to say it's 3rd and 2. Ball on the 7-yard line. Yep, it will be. Ball on the 7-yard line, 3rd and 2. And now we're going to get a penalty flag. This might be a uniform thing again. No, it's an illegal substitution on the defense. Pardon me, illegal equipment on the defense. So it's just a warning because that's their first one. Rigby had 2 of them. So I'm going to have to get maybe some clarity at halftime of what is causing the illegal equipment calls down. That's the 3rd of the game. Now off the run. Coffey gets it. It looks like he's going to get maybe a yard on the play. Looks like they're going to spot it on the 6. Well, it's going to be 4th and 1. 4th and 1 for Rigby. And they send Morrell in. Someone lost of a piece of equipment out there, someone from Rocky Mountain, but Rigby found it. So it's going to be 4th and 1. Morrell in the backfield. Wouldn't be surprised if they give it to Morrell or if it's a keeper for Flowers. And now we got another whistle, and it's going to be a timeout. We'll see who calls this timeout. It is going to be called by Rocky Mountain. This is their second charge timeout. Right now, your score, 13-7. 7:09 remaining in quarter number 2, and it's Rigby on top.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through 2 strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
Every time that we get in the car, number 1, buckle up. Number 2, no phones. And number 3, pay attention to your surroundings.
If I got in the car with my friends, I would definitely tell them to put their seatbelts on. I want to be able to get back home safely.
Rigby with the 13-7 lead coming out of the timeout. And it's a 4th and 1 from the Rocky Mountain 6-yard line. Score remains the same up on the other side of the state. Timberline with the 10-0 lead now in the second quarter over top of Coeur d'Alene. And here we are. Morrell in the backfield. However, it looks like it's going to be Flowers. He's going to squirt through. He's going to pick up the first down. Ball is going to get down on either, depending on which side, Judge, you go with it. It's either going to be on the 3 or 2 yard line where it's going to be first and goal. So it is first and goal. Going to place the ball on the 3 yard line. Previous 2 touchdowns, both running inside the red zone. In fact, inside the 20 for Morrell. Morrell in the backfield here. Flowers pops out, has his receiver. His receiver gets brought down short. Boy, what a tackle by Jones. Jones is everywhere defensively. Unfortunately, the rest of the team not really keeping up with him on that. Ball now on the 2 yard line, where it's going to be second, and they give it to Morrell. No, I think we might get a false start on this play. The flags come in. There's 3 of them on the field. Oh, they're going to say encroachment defense, which will be half the distance to the goal. So now it'll go down to the 1 yard line, where it'll be second and goal from the 1, just inside the 1. Again, there's no half yard stat. It's about on the what you'd call the half yard line, if there was such a thing. And I think this is where you use the power of Morrell and just punch it on in. Same setup as last time. Morrell behind Flowers. Flowers gives it to Morrell. Morrell gets in for the 1 yard touchdown. So all 3 touchdowns going to Amani Morrell. This one here in the second quarter. It's going to be a 1 yard run for Amani Morrell. He goes out 19-7. Extra point pending with 5:58 remaining in half number 1. Back in the field for the extra point is the sophomore Andrew Janes. This kick is up. This one is good. And now 20-7 is your score. Rigby on top. So let's go around some of the other scores in the state while we get set for the kickoff after the touchdown from Rigby. Once again, on the other side, now Coeur d'Alene has scored. 10-7 is your score in the 5A division. Up in Boise at Bishop Kelly High School. Bishop Kelly 14, Skyline 7. That late in the second quarter. Also late in the second quarter, it's Hillcrest 16, Twin Falls 13. Down in the 4A division, final, Homedale knocks off Sugar Salem 30-20. And right now, Kimberly late in the second quarter with a big lead, not a big lead, pardon me, an important lead over Fruitland, 14-7. Fruitland's been a fantastic team this year in the 3A division. Just the one game tonight, Westside and Nampa Christian. They'll get started shortly here down in the ICCU Dome as they followed the Sugar Homedale game. And in the 2A division right now, we hit halftime. Kendrick 24, Grace 0. That being played in the Kibbe Dome up in Moscow, Idaho, the campus of University of Idaho. Right across the border there from Pullman, Washington, where Washington State University is. They're part of the remaining 2 teams that were left over in the Pac-12. However, Pac-12 just got a big TV deal today, and of course a number of the Mountain West Conference teams heading over to the Pac-12, or what is remaining of the Pac-12. So now, kicking off. It's going to be a squib kick, and it's going to be picked up by Rocky Mountain. Brought down, decent field position out across the 35-yard line for Rocky Mountain is number 87. Trevor Vach, the senior, is a defensive end, defensively as well. We've actually called his name a couple times tonight. So the ball will be placed on the 37-yard line, where it will be 1st and 10, Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain now, we talked about one of the things you do not want to do with the Rigby team is to get down early big because Rigby is tough to come back on because they can put up points quick because of that passing game as well. Rocky Mountain, not so much of a passing team. They're a running team, which makes it a little bit tougher to come back because running takes a lot of time off the clock. Out to the left side they go. It's Baxter. Baxter picks up about a yard, maybe 2 on the play. We'll see where the spot takes place. It's going to bring up a second down. They're just going to say that it's a 1-yard gain out to the – no, they're going to give him a 2-yard gain out to the 39, where it'll be 2nd and 8. From the shotgun again is Custer. Tight end left, receiver far right. 2 in the backfield. Custer's their leading rusher, but we haven't seen him near as much tonight. He does have it here, tries to go up the middle, picks up about a yard. It's going to be brought down on the 40-yard line, where it's going to bring up a 3rd and 7. And for Rocky Mountain, this is an important 3rd and 7, and let me tell you why. If they end up having to punt the ball here, it is likely that Rigby will have the ball to end half number 1. You have not been able to stop them. They have scored on all their possessions, and then they get it again to start half number 2. So Rocky has to figure something out here to keep this drive alive and put some points up on the board. Out to the right is Custer. Going to get over to Baxter. Baxter's going to pick up the first down. Baxter finally knocked out of bounds, but he gets in the Rigby side of the field down near the 45-yard line. It will be on the 45. On the Rigby side, 1st and 10, Rocky Mountain. Rocky Mountain going right to left as you hear it and we call it. So hurry up offense now for Rocky Mountain. Now Custer, the only one in the backfield. Twins left, single right, and a 3-receiver set. First time we've seen that tonight. Custer's going to pass it downfield. Has his man. It looks like it's good. They're going to say it was no good on the reception. It looked good. And now for the 3rd time tonight, the Rocky Mountain coach is really upset. The officials kind of looked at each other. Neither one of them called it. Then they looked at each other and said, let's call that no good. And so it brings up a 2nd and 10. Good shot downfield by Custer. Try to mix things up a little bit here. The option has worked good for them that got them the first down for this set of downs that they're 2nd and 10 on right now. Back to a 2-receiver set. 2 in the backfield. It's going to be Baxter. Baxter gets out to about the 39-yard line. It'll bring up a 3rd and 6. It's actually the 41-yard line, pardon me. It'll be 3rd down and 6. So another big 3rd down. They do have the left side of the field open. If they choose to run an option out to that side, and they got a 3-receiver set out there that could be a blocking set. We're going to get probably a false start penalty. Nope, they're going to call a timeout. It's going to be a timeout for Rigby. Their first charge will take it as well. 3:42 remaining in half number 1. 20-7 is your score. Rigby, the hometown team on top.
Okay, listen up. Right now, teens in Idaho have a higher than normal percentage of fatal car crashes. We're 2.6 times more likely to be in a crash. Why? Data shows we're not buckling up, not driving sober, speeding, and getting distracted by that little device we love to hate. So what are we going to do about it? It's time to buckle up, drive sober, slow down, and put our dang phone down. I mean, duh. Join the movement. Search Shift Idaho Team to learn more.
Rigby called their first time out of half number 1. It's a 3rd and 6 for Rocky Mountain. They try to keep this drive alive. 3:42 remaining in the half. And again, this is a really important drive for Rocky Mountain. They're down 20-7. If they could get a touchdown here, make it 20-14. It's a 1-score game. But it's important to put points up here if you're Rocky Mountain, because so far you have not stopped Rigby on any of their possessions, and Rigby gets the ball to start half number 2. From the shotgun is Custer. He does look out here to the left side. He's going to squirt up the middle, and he's going to get brought down for a loss of 2 on the play. It's going to bring up a 4th and 8. That's a play that just broke down. It looked like over on the right side of the field that a few players just didn't know for sure. They're going to say he lost 3 yards on the play, bring up a 4th and 9. I would not be surprised to see Rocky Mountain go for it here rather than punt. But we'll see. I mean, they don't want to give a short field to Rigby either now as the clock goes down to 3 minutes. And it looks like they are going to punt. They'll try to pin it down somewhere inside the 10-yard line. They're going to run it and just gets back to basically the line of scrimmage. No, it gets about 4 yards on the play. And so it's going to be a 4th down stop, turnover on downs, ball on the 41-yard line on the Rigby side of the field. They take over with 2:51 remaining in quarter number 2. And having scored on every possession, this would be massive for Rigby. If Rigby could go up another score going into the half, getting the ball to start the second. So the ball on the 41-yard line. Rigby comes out. They got 1st and 10. I would not be surprised to see Rigby take a big shot downfield here on 1st down. And they might as they're in a 3-receiver set to the right. Morrell in the backfield. Flowers from the shotgun. Takes the snap. Goes to Morrell. Morrell bounces off a couple defenders, and that big frame gets down just shy of the 50-yard line to the 49, where it'll be 2nd and 2. Clock continues to run. 2:37 remaining. 2 timeouts remaining in this half for Rigby. 1 timeout remaining for Rocky Mountain. From the shotgun again. Once again, it's Morrell. Morrell picks up the 1st down. It'll be 1st and 10 now on the Rocky Mountain side of the field, 48-yard line. Clock stops to reset the chains, and now it gets going again. Down to 2:20 exactly in half number 1. Rigby trying to punch their ticket to the state championship game for the 3rd year in a row, or to win it for the 3rd year in a row is what they're hoping to do. They have become a dynasty. It's Morrell again, pops to the outside. They finally get him down on a nice ankle tackle. Brought down on the 44-yard line, this time by Rocky Mountain's number 23, Owen Weatherly. And really with Morrell, that's one of the best places to try to tackle him down is by the ankles, because if you try to take him in the upper body, he's bigger than most guys trying to tackle him once he gets past the defensive line and into that secondary. Clock down to 1.5 minutes. 2nd and 6. Flowers looks left, keeps it up the middle. Runs and gets finally tripped up. He might have even got tripped up by his own teammate. It looks like he's going to get about 1 yard, maybe 2 on the play. Ball is going to be placed on, it looks like the 43-yard line. Yep, it is, but it'll be 3rd and 5 for Rigby. And if you're Rigby, you can put this game in a real predicament for Rocky Mountain if you get down and score before the end of the first half. And then if you were to score again to come out for half number 2. We've had 3 penalties tonight for equipment. Out of the backfield, it's Flowers. Sneaks away from the defender, going over to the right side, able to pick up his receiver, Evan Freeman. We do have a flag in the backfield. This might be a hold. We'll see the official call. So they're calling an unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense. That's a 15-yard penalty. And for a team that was really desperately trying to keep Rigby out of the end zone to end half number 1, that is a huge mistake. That's a discipline mistake. So the ball will go all the way down to the 21-yard line. The Rocky Mountain side of the field, 38 seconds remaining, two timeouts remaining for Rigby, one for Rocky. This quarter number 2. From the shotgun is Flowers. He's got a 2-receiver set on the left. And we're going to get an encroachment on the defense. And that's going to be another 5 yards. Go down to the 15. And right now, Rocky Mountain, I can tell you what some of the halftime talk is going to be as the ball goes down to the 16-yard line. Some of the halftime talk is going to be simply discipline, discipline, discipline. Don't get down and then become unhinged. And you're seeing some of that frustration. Flowers changes the play call. He's going to have single coverage out to the right. It's going to be Freeman. He goes to the corner. Unable to get it. It was actually Cannon Korth that he tries to go to. The ball stays on the 16-yard line, brings up a 2nd and 5. It was 1st and 5 because of the offsides penalty on Rocky Mountain. And certainly, I think at the very least, this is field goal range for Rigby. From the shotgun is Flowers. Flowers steps up through the middle, runs into his own man, and then is brought down by the defender, number 37, Luke Abernathy, the junior defensive end for the Grizzlies. We're going to get a timeout now. Rigby, for Rigby, that's their 2nd timeout. So both teams have a single timeout remaining. We'll take it as well. 20-7, and Rigby knocking on the door again. We'll be back after this.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through 2 strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
28 seconds on the clock. 1 timeout remaining for each team. Right now, Rigby going by the Red Devils. Not sure if that's just for the night or if they're adopting that name. They are the Trojans on everything, including the front of their building. And even in their end zone, it says Trojans. 20-7 is the score. There was a false start penalty on Rigby right before that timeout, so now it's 3rd and 10. Calling out a new play is Rigby. From the shotgun is Flowers. He looks to go to the corner again. This is underthrown and picked off by Jones. Jones picks it off on the 2-yard line. They're actually going to move it to the 1 where Jones gets the interception. He's got the lone touchdown on offense tonight for Rocky Mountain. Now gets the interception on the underthrown pass from Flowers. So 1st and 10, Rocky Mountain on their own 4-yard line, or on their own 1-yard line, pardon me, and you can't really nail this down. Awfully tough to nail it down. There's 22 seconds remaining. You might have to just at least do a little tush-push to give yourself a few yards on the play and then maybe nail it down. But if Rigby calls a timeout, you'd be forced to run a second play. We'll see exactly what happens here. And we're going to get another timeout here. This one is going to be called for Rigby as well. We'll leave it right here on IdahoSports.com. Let's go back to some of the other scores. Halftime now, it's Kendrick 50, Grace 0. Yeah, Kendrick, your number 1 ranked team in the state at the 2A division. 10-7 is your score at the half with Timberline and Coeur d'Alene. We're 22 seconds from the half here at Rigby, who will play the winner of that game, either Rigby or Rocky Mountain. Bishop Kelly 14, Skyline 7 at the halftime. In Idaho Falls, Hillcrest 23, your reigning state champions of the 5A division. And Twin Falls 20, so just a 3-point lead there at the half. Down at 4A, it was Homedale knocking off Sugar, 30-20. And right now at halftime, in Fruitland 14, Kimberly 14. In the 3A division, you got Westside, you got Nampa Christian. Those two teams playing to get into the state championship game. Of course, Westside, one of your perennial powers at that school size. And then tomorrow they will play the winner, they will play the winner of the game that was played last night, which is your number one team in the state, Ryrie, as they knocked off Aberdeen 14-8. So now we're here. Rocky Mountain, we're going to see what they're going to do on this. They try to get a false start call with a hard count. And now we're going to get a penalty. The penalty, if it's on Rocky Mountain, it'll be half the distance to the goal, so it'll go to the half-yard line. That's exactly what it's going to be. They're going to call it a false start. And really, if you're Rocky Mountain, you tried to draw them offsides. You ended up getting the false start. Just maybe do a little bit of a tush-push, give yourself a couple feet or a couple yards, and then just go into the half. Instead, they're going to run it out of the end zone. Now down to 15 seconds on the clock. It's Baxter gets it out to the 5-yard line and some breathing room. It doesn't look like Rigby or Rocky's going to call a timeout, and we'll go into the half. Your halftime score, 20 for Rigby, 7 for Rocky Mountain. We'll take a break here on IdahoSports.com and be back after this.
So, what's next? Your path doesn't have to look like theirs. You can do this, or this, or this. Check out in-demand jobs in Idaho and get up to $8,000 to find your thing.
Dear crew, with an adult-sized third row, everyone's welcome. Slip in, stretch out, and let's go. Toyota, let's go places.
It's that time again. Time to get the health insurance you need for next year. Open enrollment is the time for you to enroll in, renew, or change your coverage. At Your Health Idaho, you can save money with a tax credit on the plan that's best for you and your family. Don't wait. Open enrollment ends December 15th. More coverage, less cost. Only at yourhealthidaho.org. Enroll by December 15th.
Il me semble que ce matin le soleil peine à colorer le ciel. Voudrais prolonger les vacances.
Idaho's 529 can be used at any in-state or out-of-state 2- or 4-year college or university. Can be used at a trade school for an apprenticeship.
Whatever it is that your kid is interested in, that's available for them to use the fund.
I really like the flexibility. It gives Wild the opportunity to pursue a whole array of training.
So whatever your child's passion is, you can support that.
To learn more, go to idsaves.org.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text StartMyQuit to 36072.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, And yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Dear Friday, we've got power tailgates to power game days. And a trailer backup guide that's the champ of the ramp. Toyota Trucks. Toyota. Let's go places.
Every time that we get in the car, number 1, buckle up. Number 2, no phones. And number 3, pay attention to your surroundings.
If I got in the car with my friends, I would definitely tell them to put their seatbelts on. I want to be able to get back home safely.
Welcome back. It's halftime right now. Rigby up 20-7 on Rocky Mountain. Here's a rundown of the scoring that took place in this ball game. First score of the game put up with 4:54 remaining in quarter number 1. It was an 11-yard run by Amani Morrell. Then they missed the extra point. 6-0 was the score. And then over on the other side of the $1:57 left, Rocky Mountain took their first lead of the night on a 41-yard run by Jones. Took the 7-6 lead after the extra point conversion. 2-yard run by Morrell with 21 seconds left in the first quarter to take the 13-7 lead. And then the only points put on the board in quarter number 2 was a 1-yard run by Morrell with 5:58 remaining. Put it out to 20-7. That is our halftime score as well. And then down near scoring, inside 18 seconds to go, Rigby throws an interception. And for Rocky Mountain, they were able just to get a little bit of room and go into the half. But a very, very interesting way to end the half. And for Rocky Mountain, you got to be cautious now coming out for half number 2. You're kicking the ball off to Rigby. Only one time now have you been able to stop them. It came with an interception. You've got to be able to get out, to get points on the board, and to get some stops in the second half if you want to win a ball game. So let's look at the other side of this bracket. It's Timberline and Coeur d'Alene right now. Third quarter just began, 10-7. Timberline on top of Coeur d'Alene. Timberline, of course, gave Rocky Mountain their only loss this year going into this game. Rigby has beat Coeur d'Alene as well. So those are potential matchups of teams that have played each other. Depends on who wins and who loses. Remember, next Saturday is Championship Saturday. Over in the 5A division at the half, Bishop Kelly 14, Skyline 7. Your reigning 5A state champions, Hillcrest. They're at the half with a 3-point lead, 23-20 over Twin Falls. Down in the 4A division at halftime, it's knotted up 14 apiece in Fruitland as Kimberly jumped out to the early lead, and then Fruitland tied it up. And in the ICCU Dome for the first time in 8 seasons now, this being the 8th, Sugar Salem will not go to the state championship ball game. They've won 6 of the last 7, played for it in the last 7. They will not go this year as Homedale finally overcomes the Sugar Salem Riddle, and they pick up the win 30-20 down to the ICCU Dome at Idaho State University in Pocatello. West side of Nampa Nampa Christian, just got underway in the ICCU Dome. They were the late game after the Sugar Salem Homedale game for 2A. Right now, Logos in the first quarter up 6-0 over Kamei. That game being played at Kamei. And Kendrick in the third quarter, 56-0 over Grace right now. It's a long ways for the Grizzlies from Grace to go. From down on the southeast side of the state all the way up to Moscow to be down 56-0 right now in the 1A division. Those games will take place tomorrow. But those are your scores. We'll be back for half number 2 here on IdahoSports.com.
So, what's next? Your path doesn't have to look like theirs. You can do this, or this, or this. Check out in-demand jobs in Idaho and get up to $8,000 to find your thing. So, what's next? Your path doesn't have to look like theirs. You can do this, or this, or this. Check out in-demand jobs in Idaho and get up to $8,000 to find your thing.
Dear crew, with an adult-sized third row, everyone's welcome. Slip in, stretch out, and let's go. Toyota, let's go places.
It's that time again. Time to get the health insurance you need for next year. Open enrollment is the time for you to enroll in, renew, or change your coverage. At Your Health Idaho, you can save money with a tax credit on the plan that's best for you and your family. Don't wait. Open enrollment ends December 15th. More coverage, less cost. Only at yourhealthidaho.org. Enroll by December 15th.
Il me semble que ce matin le soleil peine à colorer le ciel. Voudrais prolonger les vacances.
Idaho's 529 can be used at any in-state or out-of-state 2- or 4-year college or university. Can be used at a trade school for an apprenticeship.
Whatever it is that your kid is interested in, that's available for them to use the fund.
I really like the flexibility. It gives Wild the opportunity to pursue a whole array of training.
So whatever your child's passion is, you can support that.
To learn more, go to idsaves.org.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
At Valleywide Cooperative, we're here when you need us. For 100 years, we have been here to help you with food, fuel, and good old-fashioned advice. And for us, serving is more than a job, it's a way of life, which is why we pour so much into the communities around us. We've employed hundreds of your neighbors. We take pride in that, and in giving back millions in sponsorships, grants, donations, and scholarships. It's our way of saying thanks. We're Valleywide, and yesterday, today, and tomorrow, we're here for you.
Dear Friday, we've got power tailgates to power game days, and a trailer backup guide that's the champ of the ramp. Toyota trucks. Toyota. Let's go places.
Every time that we get in the car, number 1, buckle up. Number 2, no phones. And number 3, pay attention to your surroundings.
If I got in the car with my friends, I would definitely tell them to put their seatbelts on. I want to be able to get back home safely.
Welcome back as we get ready for half number 2. About 3 minutes away from starting the second half. Just a couple things, a couple notes. You know, we talked about around the state 10-7. Average score at halftime. Timberline, the winner of this game, will play the winner of that game. And if things ended with the teams ahead right now playing, it would be Rigby and Timberline. But, of course, things could change drastically here in the second half. Let's look at some big college games around the area that will take place tomorrow. Some of the regional teams in action. Idaho State University, they host Weber State just down the road. Idaho State 4-6 on the season, 3-7 is Weber State. Both teams struggling this year. Utah State will find themselves at UNLV. Utah State 5-4 on the year under new head coach Bronco Mendenhall, 7-2 for UNLV. It's Utah at Baylor. Utah keeping their hopes alive for the Big 12 championship game at 7-2. Baylor 5-4. And then it's TCU at BYU, 6-3. TCU 8-1. BYU trying to punch their ticket into the championship game. Their destination ahead of them as well. And of course, your FBS team here in Idaho, Boise State, 6-3 on the season, find themselves at San Diego State, a 7-2 team, and a tough San Diego State team as Boise State tries to stay alive in the Mountain West Conference as well. Of course, those will be future Big 12 or Pac-12 opponents, as well as both Rigby and Rocky Mountain now found their way back out onto the field. I'd like to thank our power boosters for tonight. For Rocky Mountain, it is Beehive Federal Credit Union, and Rigby, Fibercom, Teton Auto Group, Anytime Fitness in Rigby, Java Express, MVP Rentals, Brightside Dental, The Roof Resource, Pro Pete Fertilizer, Bellhaven Real Estate, Idaho Drug, and Eckersell Funeral Chapel. Been such a great night here at IdahoSports.com, bringing this game to you, and games, of course, all around the state taking place. Don't forget, Power Boosters are a great way for you and your business to be seen by tens of thousands, even hundreds of thousands of current and potential clients and customers. The best part, it's 100% tax deductible. Do you have what it takes to be a Power Booster for your school in Idaho on IdahoSports.com? Power Boosters are a great way for you and your business to be seen all the time. Good heavens, all you got to do is go to sales at IdahoSports.com to find out more about how you can become a Power Booster on IdahoSports.com. Best network in all of Idaho, IdahoSports.com. Just a little over a minute here to go before we get started in half number 2. Don't forget, Rigby does get the ball to start the second half. Already with the 20-7 lead. Finally, Rigby got their first, or pardon me, Rocky Mountain got their first stop of Rigby right down inside 20 seconds to go in half number 1. They got the interception. There was 18 exactly on the clock when they got it. They ended up running the clock out and going into the half, but it was very fortunate for Rocky Mountain not to give up another score, knowing that Rigby was going to come out and get the ball to start half number 2. Lance Taylor along with Kyle Fuzz Taylor here on IdahoSports.com as we get set to get half number 2 coming to you. Once again, Rigby calling themselves the Red Devils. Not sure if that is official. Not sure if that's official or what's going on, but we're going to find out here as we get set for half number 2. Rigby, Rocky Mountain.
So during playoffs, yes, that used to be our mascot. So way back in the day, and then we had a school out in Lewiston, right?
Okay, guys, we got some clarification on what's going on now with the name. The name the Red Devils is just for the playoffs. Just for the playoff. And there's kind of a story behind that. We can share that as time goes on. Okay, we get ready as Rocky Mountain's going to kick off to Rigby. Last time Rocky Mountain kicked off, it was kind of a squib kick that went out of bounds. Ball ended up being placed on the 35-yard line. Sawyer McLendon, the senior kicker, to kick off here. We'll see if they do the same thing or if he tries to put it deep. This one he is going to kick deep, and this one is going to go deep into the end zone. In fact, it cleared the end zone, and that'll come out by rule to the 20-yard line where Rigby will take over 1st and 10. Flowers steps out to lead his team here in half number 2. Morrell with all 3 of their touchdowns. Doesn't show some of the good runs that he's had. We had an 11-yard touchdown run, 2-yard touchdown run, a 1-yard touchdown run. But, you know, for the most part, Rocky Mountain has done fairly good with Morrell tonight. Their biggest run from the line of scrimmage actually came from Kofei. Kofei has had a great season as well. Of course, he'll return next year. Morrell will graduate. Kofei will return for the Trojans. The Sun Devils for the playoffs. And they're going to give it to Morrell to start this ball game. He bounces off some tacklers, stiff arms another one, gets out across the 30-yard line for a first down. Morrell is such a tough defensive assignment, especially when you try to take him high. He is tough. Ball on the 32-yard line, 1st and 10. Hurry up offense for Rigby. Handoff up the middle. This time is to 22, Q Kofei. Kofei picks up 3 yards on the play, brings up 2nd and 7 for the Trojans / Sun Devils. The logo that they have down there on the scoreboard for the Sun Devils, same one that Arizona State University uses. Apparently there was a merging with another school who had burnt down a number of years ago, and so there was no conflict. They changed the name to Trojans. And so this goes back to what they were originally were, which is the Red Devils. Flowers goes left, hands it off up the middle for a 2-yard gain. Kofei will pick it up again as Morrell came off the side after that first down carry that he picked up a first down on. And he was limping a little bit coming off to the side, but Kofei doing the yeoman's work there. It's going to bring up 3rd and 5. And I'll tell you what, if you are Rocky Mountain, if you could get a stop here, this would be massive. Morrell comes back on. He's going to line up as a receiver this time. They're going to be in a spread with 3 receivers left, 2 right. Empty backfield. It'll just be Flowers. This is oftentimes where they've run Flowers. And now we're going to get a timeout taken by Rocky Mountain. Awfully early to have to burn a timeout if you're Rocky Mountain, but better safe than sorry. Pro Peat Fertilizer is an enviro-friendly product that reduces leaching. Peat-bound nutrients released when plants need them. And Carbon 90 Plus binds nutrients to the natural carbon of peat moss, encouraging steady plant growth for healthier turf with less mowing and thatch. It is truly a great product for turf and ornamental applications. Pro Peat wants to wish the Rigby Trojans football team good luck in the playoffs. Pocock Trucking is based in Sugar City, Idaho, but sends trucks all over the western United States and Canada. They haul bulk commodities like feed, fertilizer, grain, and potatoes. They offer minor shop repairs and a full-service lube bay. They grow potatoes, dairy-quality alfalfa, and more. They can even sell you a used truck if you need one. Pocock Trucking's main office is in Sugar City, and their truck shop is located in St. Anthony. To find out more, go to pococktrucking.com. That's pococktrucking.com. So thank you to Pro Peat and Pocock Trucking. Same owners, by the way. They have both been great partners for IdahoSports.com. Okay, they come back out in the spread set. It's going to be Flowers from the shotgun. Looks like he's going to go to the line and change the play. We've seen on these spreads sometimes where Flowers has actually ran the ball. Just 3 down linemen for Rocky Mountain. Now 2 linebackers come up. Now they drop back. And it is going to be Flowers, and he picks up the first down as they do run him. They just draw the defenders off and take it out and make it awfully thin to come back and pick him up. Finally brought down by David Mayola, the senior defensive back for Rocky Mountain. It's going to be first down for Rigby on their own 48-yard line. Now trips left. Nobody right. Morrell in the backfield along with Flowers. Fakes it to Morrell. Flowers keeps it, goes up the middle, picks up some yards just on the run. And right now they're kind of doing whatever they want. Brought down by Trevor Vach. We've called his name several times tonight, but he ends up picking up 7 yards on the play. And these are the things that Rigby does. This hurry-up offense gets you back on your heels a little bit. And Morrell, you know, as big as he is, they can use him as a blocker as well when needed. They're going to go with the trips left, Morrell in the backfield. Once again, same set as last time. This time he hands it off to Morrell. Morrell picks up the first down and pounds back the defender to do it. And the crowd is rewarding him with a cheer for it. Now inside the Rocky Mountain territory, 40-yard line. They're going to actually place it on the 38, 1st and 10, Rigby. With the hurry-up offense again, they go. Ball goes out to the side. That time is intended for Cannon Korth. Cannon Korth, we've called his name several times tonight. Great player. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. You know, he missed the pass, and from where I stood, it looked like it might have been a backwards pass, which if it would have stayed in bounds would have been a fumble. 2nd and 10. They're going to say it was a forward pass. And we're going to get encroachment again on Rocky Mountain. And right now, as much as you hate to see it, Rocky Mountain just cannot help themselves. That time it was 23, Owen Weatherly. And the thing is, Owen Weatherly's looking over to the side, shrugging his shoulders like, what did I do? What did I do? That was probably the easiest call of the night. You've got to be disciplined in that. Weatherly's a very, very good player. He's a senior linebacker on this crew, but you've got to be able to stay composed in these circumstances. Now, last time they had Rigby, when Rigby was in a scoring position, they were able to get the interception off of him with Jones. And Rigby going with the same set. They're staying with the trips left. Morrell in the backfield. Morrell again, pounding players. They're trying to take him up top. And if you try to take Morrell high, he is going to beat you back every single time. Picks up the first down inside the 30-yard line. To the 27 they go, 1st and 10, Rigby. And you can see there is a visible size difference between these two teams' lines. Rigby is just massive on the offensive line. Still a 3-receiver set. This time 2 left, 1 right, man in motion. Man in motion is Freeman, but it's going to be Flowers who keeps it. And he loses yardage on the play. Not sure if they're going to mark it on the 30 or on the 29. It's going to be the 29, so a loss of 2 on the play brings up 2nd and 12, and that was a good defensive assignment for Rocky Mountain. These are the things that they need. Now down to 8 minutes remaining in quarter number 3. Morrell now is the man in motion, comes out of the backfield. Gets the pass. They hit him and finally bring him down. He's able to pick up some positive yards on the play, but remember, it was 2nd and 12. It's like 3rd and 9 is what it's going to be for Rigby as he picks up 3 yards on the play. Clock continues to run now at 7.5. 20-7 is your score. Ball down on the 26-yard line. 3rd and 9. Rocky Mountain can get a stop here once again. That is huge for Rocky Mountain if they can. But then they've got to go and convert on the other end. Now you see the wind picking up. Looked at my phone. It showed that it was 20 miles an hour. They hand it off to Morrell on the inside. Morrell breaks free of the defenders, and he's going to score a touchdown. Amani Morrell, 26-yard touchdown run. Fourth touchdown of the night for Morrell. This one comes with 6:54 remaining in the third quarter, and you know they did a misdirection play where they were rolling Flowers out to the right side, and then he just goes back left, hands it off to Morrell, who goes and breaks 1 tackle and then goes untouched the rest of the way and dives into the end zone. Former Skyline Grizzly. Now Rigby Trojan, Rigby Sun Devil for playoffs. Going to want to check back to IdahoSports.com, see where next week's championship games will be played and what time they'll be played. Going to get a delay of game on the offense. They were going to go for 2. Now not sure if they'll go for 2 or kick it. But it's 26-7 is your score. Extra point pending or 2-point conversion pending. They'd like to get it so it's even 3-touchdown lead. And once again, they get Rocky Mountain to jump off sides. Yeah. They don't get the full 5 yards back because they get the half the distance to the goal, but it's going to put it down on the 4-yard line. Morell in the backfield from the shotgun is Flowers, trying to draw the defense off again. They look to change the play. Last time it was a delay for Rigby, and they get most of it back. With the defensive encroachment. And this pass is no good for the 2-point conversion intended for Cannon Court. So 26-7 is your score. And now we get to see Rocky Mountain for the very first time in half number 2, and we'll see what kind of adjustments they made. If you're having trouble with your propane fireplace or freestanding stove, Fall River Propane can help. Fall River Propane services all makes and models of propane fireplaces and stoves. Call or visit fallriverpropane.com. Hottest burning, low-cost propane for residential or commercial delivery. The Bank of Commerce is a proud supporter of all area schools with 17 locations across Idaho and southwest Montana. For local decisions and exceptional service, make the Bank of Commerce your bank of a lifetime. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. Now we're out. Both teams for another kickoff. Ball placed on the 40-yard line. Rigby done a great job thus far tonight. Has the 26-7 lead. Your kicker's Andrew James, a sophomore. He's been putting it in the end zone. Listen, they're going to squib kick. Someone's got to come up and grab it, and finally they do. And they're going to get some yards out of it, and a great block getting out just shy of the 50-yard line for Rocky Mountain. Wow, what a good job. Owen Olkers, just a sophomore. He's a wide receiver and a DB on this team. Where's number 19? And they're going to be on the 46-yard line where it's going to be 1st and 10 Grizzlies. It's on their own side of the field. 26-7 your score, 6:47 remaining in quarter number 3. You see the Rigby Trojan mascot down on the track, cheering on their crowd, getting them to get loud. So the 46-yard line, 1st and 10, Rocky Mountain. They line up in a tight 3-receiver set, almost looks like a wing T setting. Coming out to the side, the pass is complete, but not even getting back to the line of scrimmage. Losing, looks like 2 yards on the play, is Rocky Mountain as they get it out to number 28, Tyke Harper. That was a play that was just read nicely by Rigby. 2-yard loss on the play. Brings up 2nd and 12, Rocky Mountain. Ball on the 44-yard line. Clock continues to run, now down under 6:15. Man in motion is Jones. He goes to the middle. He's going to have some blocking duties. He does. Throws a great block. It's going to be Baxter. Baxter's going to pick up the 1st down. He's out ahead of most of the defense. Finally brought out of bounds near the 20-yard line, but not before picking up the 1st down and getting his Grizzlies in scoring position. Staten Butekofer The junior that finally knocked him out of bounds. Had he have beat Buticofer, he'd have had a touchdown. Ball on the 20-yard line on the Rigby side of the field. 1st and 10, Rocky Mountain, 5:57 remaining in quarter number 3. Clock stopped due to going out of bounds. 2 in the backfield. They go to Baxter, who picked up the first down. He's going to squirt through for a touchdown. And I guess we saw early now what kind of adjustments Rocky Mountain made to their offense as they get the 20-yard run. Wow. It's by Baxter. So now Baxter and Jones have both scored touchdowns for Rocky Mountain. Every touchdown for Rigby has been by Morrell. This one's comes with 5:51, so just roughly a minute taken off the clock from when Rigby scored. They're going to go for a 2-point conversion. Out to the corner they go, and getting in, they get it. So it's 26-15. Still trying to get a jersey number. It looks like it was number 87, Trevor Bach, who ends up scooting in for that. Wow, we've had an exciting start to half number 2. Franklin Building Supply is a proud supporter of Rigby Athletics and all of the building professionals in Eastern Idaho. Their friendly and knowledgeable team is ready to help make your project a success from start to finish. Franklin Building Supply in Pocatello and Idaho Falls, definitely worth the trip. Family owned and operated since 1985, Mountain River Ranch is your go-to destination for great fun and hospitality in Ryrie. From November 28th through December 31st, enjoy the holiday season with a drive-through Christmas light show, a horse-drawn wagon ride, music featuring rawhide and rosin, and roast beef or chicken for dinner with a variety of drinks available. Visit mountainrivershows.com to learn more. That's mountainrivershows.com. And a big shout-out, again, to all of our advertisers here on IdahoSports.com. We'll get to more of our power boosters as the second half moves forward. Now kicking off, down 26-15. Rocky Mountain figured some things out offensively during halftime, but they've got to figure out what they're going to do defensively. This kickoff, once again, clears the end zone. Byroot will come out to the 20-yard line where Rigby will take over 1st and 10. You know, neither of these teams put heights and weights on their rosters. However, there is a sizable difference that you can view between the line for both these teams. Rigby is just massive overall. And it's not that Rocky doesn't have some big kids, just not the depth and size that Rigby has. Wind continues to pick up. Twins left, single right. Man in motion. From the shotgun, it's Flowers. He goes to Morrell. Morrell was big last time and scored the touchdown. He was the workhorse that got him all the way down the field as well. Picks up 3 yards on the play, brings up 2nd and 7. Rocky Mountain found something that worked. 26-15 is your score, 11-point lead. That means if they got it's a 2-possession game, but it could potentially be a touchdown and field goal game if Rocky was able to get another touchdown and a 2-point conversion. Same set this time for Rigby. This time it's going to be Flowers with the keeper, and this time they're going to bring him down. Gains 2 on the play. Ball goes out to the 26-yard line. It'll be 3rd and 4. 3rd and 4 for the Rigby Trojans, Rigby Red Devils for the playoffs. For those of you who are just coming into this, they're using the Red Devils as their mascot for the playoffs. I'll continue mostly to call them the Trojans so those people coming in aren't confused. Flowers again has his man across the middle. Pass is complete, but brought down behind the line of scrimmage is number 12, Owen Golding. Golding has not been used as much tonight as he has in the previous games I've covered for Rigby this year. This is the 3rd that I've covered for Rigby, and now it's 4th and 5. So they lost a yard on the play, and this is going to be the first punt for Rigby. Now, the thing you got to be careful of, the punter for Rigby is also their quarterback, Flowers. Makes potential fakes a possibility. And now we're going to get a timeout. Timeout is going to be taken by Rigby. So both teams now will have used one timeout in this half. We'll take it here on IdahoSports.com. We'll be back after this.
Okay, listen up. Right now, teens in Idaho have a higher than normal percentage of fatal car crashes. We're 2.6 times more likely to be in a crash. Why? Data shows we're not buckling up, not driving sober, speeding, and getting distracted by that little device we love to hate. So what are we going to do about it? It's time to buckle up, drive sober, slow down, and put our dang phone down. I mean, duh. Join the movement. Search Shift Idaho Teen to learn more.
.401 remaining in quarter number 3. 26-15 is your score. Rigby Red Devils, they are the Trojans. Red Devils for the playoffs up on Rocky Mountain, 26-15. And Rocky Mountain forcing Rigby into their first punt of the game. It's Flowers that will punt. Comes out to the right. Oh, and he goes to his back. They're going to pick up the first down on the fake punt. He throws it. They get all the way down inside the 15-yard line. And Rocky Mountain coaches are saying, hey, he was sitting down when he threw that pass. And it looked like he was. They get it down to the 19-yard line. Does Rigby on the fake punt. We had just talked about it, that you've got to look for the fake because Jacob Flowers, their quarterback, is also their punter. The officials over on the far side explaining to the Rocky Mountain coaches, they're saying, no, he wasn't on the ground when he threw that pass. But it sure looked like he was from where we sat. So they force Rigby into their first punt, and instead Rigby fakes it and gets a 65-yard play on it. Ball was inside the 15-yard line to the 14. 3 yards for Morrell on first down, 2nd and 7. They can pick up a first down without a touchdown. They can pick it up on the 4. The ball was on the 14-yard line to start this possession. 2nd and 3 from the 11. Wind continues to pick up. Flowers on the keeper. Gets to the middle. We're going to have a flag, and I think this is going to be a holding on the left tackle for Rigby. It is, and it's going to be a 10-yard penalty from the line of scrimmage. So Rigby, all the way back to the 21 is where they will be. So it'll be second and 17, pardon me. 2nd 17 on the 21. The Rocky Mountain side of the field. Would not be surprised to see them go to the pass here. They're going to go to a 4-receiver set. Morrell, one of the receivers. They will have 2 receivers in single coverage. They go to the end zone again, and they're going to say it was a catch in bounds. What a fantastic pass and catch. What a catch by Korth, where it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line, getting down in the hurry-up offense. They're going to give it to Morrell, and guess what? He's going to punch it in for another touchdown. Every touchdown tonight for Rigby has been with the legs of Morrell. This one comes in the 3rd quarter with 2:10 remaining. It's a 1-yard run by Morrell. 5 touchdowns for Morrell. This one comes at the 210 mark. So Rocky Mountain, who played a good set of defensive downs over on the other side of the field, on the Rigby side, had him on a 4th and 5 and punting, and then gave away a 65-yard play. Ended up with a fantastic pass down to the 1-yard line as well. That followed the big play on the fake punt. Got an injured player down. It's a Rocky Mountain player down in the end zone right now. While we're there, we're going to check on some of the other games around the state taking place. Remember, this is semifinal week, so you got championship Saturday coming up next week. The 1As will actually play on Friday, but championship Saturday for the rest of them, 2A through 5A, or pardon me, 2A through 6A. And looking at our Friday night flash right here on IdahoSports.com. It's the fourth quarter. Timberline 16, Coeur d'Alene 10. Right now our score here, 32-15, extra point pending for Rigby. Rocky Mountain had finally found their offensive swagger. However, they are yet to figure out Rigby's offense. And they finally thought they did. They got a fake punt that ended up hurting them. We're going to take a break here on IdahoSports.com, and we will be back. The final 2:10 of quarter number 3.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through 2 strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
I love Lookout's campus branch. The vibe and the service. But with digital banking, it all comes to me. My customizable dashboard provides all my information. Accounts, cards.
Anything else?
I'm good. Bill pay, even my credit score. Gotta go. I mean, you gotta go download this app and upload convenience today.
Help dreams come true with the Ideal 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits and ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, apprenticeships, K-12 education, and student loan repayment nationwide. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes, and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org to learn more.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Okay, listen up. Right now, teens in Idaho have a higher than normal percentage of fatal car crashes. We're 2.6 times more likely to be in a crash. Why? Data shows we're not buckling up, not driving sober, speeding, and getting distracted by that little device we love to hate. So what are we going to do about it? It's time to buckle up, drive sober, slow down, and put our dang phone down. I mean, duh. Join the movement. Search Shift Idaho Teen to learn more.
Every time that we get in the car, number 1, buckle up. Number 2, no phones. And number 3, pay attention to your surroundings.
If I got in the car with my friends, I would definitely tell them to put their seatbelts on. I want to be able to get back home safely.
I love Lookout's campus branch. The vibe and the service. But with digital banking, it all comes to me. My customizable dashboard provides all my information. Accounts, cards.
Anything else?
I'm good. Bill pay, even my credit score. Gotta go. I mean, you gotta go download this app and upload convenience today.
So, what's next? Your path doesn't have to look like theirs. You can do this, or this, or this. Check out in-demand jobs in Idaho and get up to $8,000 to find your thing.
Welcome back. We come back for the extra point attempt or 2-point conversion attempt. Had a player down on the field for Rocky Mountain. Was down there for a long time. A lot of people around him. It was Owen Weatherly, and he ended up getting up and walking out on his own power to a cheer by the fans on both sides And now going for the extra point is Rigby rather than the 2-point conversion. It's number 30, Janes, the sophomore. Kick is up. This one looked like it was to the left side, but he got it through. And it's going to be 33-15 with just over 2 minutes to go in the third quarter. Been an interesting third quarter. Morrell started it off the scoring in the third of the 26-yard run, touchdown run, and a 1-yard touchdown run here. Baxter had one in between there. His was a 20-yard run. Longest touchdown run of the night came to Rocky Mountain with Jones, 1:57 remaining in the first quarter, 41 yards. But 33-15 is your score right now. And now Timberline up 23-10 on Coeur d'Alene. Biggest news really of the night down in the ICCU Dome in the 4A division, Sugar Salem, who's played in the state championship game the last 7 years in a row, gets beat out in the semis by Homedale, a team they've beat 4 of the 6 championships that they've won. They've won 6 of the last 7, played for it 7 in a row, won 6 of the last 7. 4 of those they've beat Homedale in. Now Homedale gets the better of them in the semis. So Janes is going to kick it off. He's been putting it in the end zone, but they got the wind against them here. We'll see if they squib it or try to kick it deep. They squib it again. Gets grabbed out of the air. And moving out near the 50-yard line is Rocky Mountain. It's number 15 for Rocky Mountain, Easton Young, the sophomore DB. A lot of sophomores out there for Rocky Mountain on their special teams as he gets out near the 50-yard line. And you know, good field position again. We'll see if Rocky Mountain can take advantage of it. But even if Rocky Mountain gets down and scores, they've got to figure out what they're going to do with this Rigby offense. Because Rocky Mountain's proven they can score. And Rocky Mountain's a very good team. Just one loss on the season coming into this game. It came to Timberline, who's got the lead over Coeur d'Alene on the other side of the state right now. Custer looking downfield, has his man. And a great defensive assignment. Knocking the pass away. Those long ones have been very accurate passes tonight by Custer, but the defense has been fantastic. And it's going to be a personal foul penalty for roughing the passer. Should take it down to the 36-yard line on the Rigby side of the field. As they put Custer on his back quite a long time after the pass. I shouldn't say a long time, but enough after the pass where it was obviously a roughing the passer. So 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line is Rocky Mountain. They're on the Rigby side of the field. Single left, single right, 2 in the backfield. We've seen this set a lot tonight. It's Custer. He has Baxter back there. He gives it to Baxter. Baxter gets hit early. He does pick up about 1.5 yards on the play and gets drawn back. Does a push-up to get up. That hurt. That was a big group of boys that just fell on Baxter. I'm imagining Baxter probably can't go over maybe 150-ish, maybe 155. Some big linemen there. Another hurry-up offense. This time Twins right, single left. Ball on the 35-yard line. 2nd and 9, Rocky Mountain. Custer keeps it. He splits up the A-gap. If he'd have come to the far outside on the left side, he might have been able to pick up a first down, but he picks up a couple yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7. Getting the play from the sideline is Custer. From a shotgun he go. Rocky Mountain might have got away with a false start on that. Goes across the middle, has his man. This time he had separation, but out throws him. That intended for Cleverly. It's going to be a 4th down and 7. I'd imagine they're going to go for it here. They got 42 seconds remaining in quarter number 3. I like the fact they had some aggression there. I'm a little baffled that they didn't go maybe for a run or a little closer to the sticks. If you're going to go for it on 4th, give yourself something manageable. Out to the right goes Custer. He's got it. He cuts it up. He gets a first down. He gets inside the 15, down inside the 10, near the 9-yard line. It is going to be 1st and goal from the 9 for Rocky Mountain. 32 seconds remaining in the 3rd. 33-15 is your score. Rigby on top, trying to punch their ticket into the state championship game again. To the left side they go. Looks like that was Baxter. Baxter gets absolutely clobbered after a 1-yard gain. Gets down to the 8, where it'll be 2nd and goal from the 8. And we come to the end of quarter number 3 here at IdahoSports.com. Rigby High School. Rigby on top 33-15 over Rocky Mountain. We'll be back for quarter number 4.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through 2 strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
I love Lookout's campus branch. The vibe and the service. But with digital banking, it all comes to me. My customizable dashboard provides all my information. Accounts, cards.
Anything else?
I'm good. Bill pay, even my credit score. Gotta go. You gotta go download this app and upload convenience today.
So, what's next? Your path doesn't have to look like theirs. You can do this, or this, or this. Check out in-demand jobs in Idaho and get up to $8,000 to find your thing.
Vaping sucks you in quick, and the more you vape, the harder it is to quit. Not to mention all the chemicals and health problems. That's why thousands of teens are joining My Life, My Quit. Visit mylifemyquit.com or text Start My Quit to 36072.
Rocky Mountain with a 2nd goal from the 8-yard line. Ball is snapped. They go to Jones. It was kind of a bobbled handoff as Custer and Jones somehow were not on the same page. Looks like he got maybe a yard out of it, gets it to the 7-yard line. Will be 3rd and goal. And right now, another shocker going on as both low seeds in 4A. Homedale already beat Sugar Salem, and now it's Kimberly with a 28-14 lead over Fruitland in the 4th. Custer goes out to the right side. He's forced back to the left, has a man in the end zone. He's wide open for the touchdown. That pass complete. Rocky Mountain to number 3. It looked like that was Clyde, but it wasn't. It must have been Custer in that play. Pardon me, not Custer. Must have been Baxter in that play, but they ended up getting it in for the touchdown. 33-21 your score, extra point pending. And it looks like they're probably going to go for the 2-point conversion again. They got it last time. Going for it here, down by 12. Custer from the shotgun. 3 right, most likely they're going to be blocking duty. Nope, he's going to throw it. Has his man, unable to convert, so they remain down by 12, 33-21. So 11-14 remaining. It was a 7-yard touchdown reception on a broken play. First receiving touchdown of the ball game, by the way. Comes to the 11-14 mark of the 4th. And your score, 33-21. So a 2-score game. where we're at. Up in 6A now. Coeur d'Alene has closed the gap a little bit on Timberline, 23-17. The 5A, Skyline's pulled it within 1 in the fourth quarter. It's Bishop Kelly 21, Skyline 20. Hillcrest has spread it out 37-20 in the fourth over top of Twin Falls. They had played earlier in the season, by the way, with Hillcrest winning that game 49-28. Kicking off. Rocky Mountain will try to see if they can get a stop on Rigby. Looks like they're going to try for an onside kick. It's going to be Trevor Vach that tries for the kick. It's not even going to go the 10 yards, and they're going to call an offsides penalty, I believe, or a false start. It's going to be a false start. So they're going to say it was an illegal formation is what they're going to call. So they're going to re-kick. Three flags came out on that play. So it'll be Rocky Mountain again. So they get the illegal formation called. Beautiful field here at Rigby High School. Turf field put in 2 years ago. The Rigby Trojans going by the Sun Devils for the playoffs. Now it looks like it's going to be more of a traditional kick. We'll see. Not quite sure what the conversation is going on down there between Trevor Vach and the official. But it looks like they're going to try for the onside again. Nope, they're going to kick it deep instead. It's going to go down near the 5-yard line. It looked like it actually got touched. I didn't see a flag come out. It looked like it got touched by a Rigby player. But we're going to see if it went out of bounds. Of course, the ball on penalty is going to come back out. But we'll see. I did not see a penalty flag thrown as that ball went out of bounds because it looked like it got touched by a Rigby player. They're putting it down at the 3-yard line. The officials are convening down there in the corner. We'll see what the call is. Yep, they're going to say it went out of bounds, no touch. So it's going to be placed out at the 35-yard line. Boy, it really looked like the trajectory changed on the ball. Looked like a Rigby player had touched it. The officials got together and said, no, that's not the case. So the ball will come out. They're going to actually place it on the 40. I thought it should have been the 35, but there's been a few things that have happened tonight that I'm not quite sure of. Either way, it's going to be Rigby ball 1st and 10 on the 40-yard line on their own side of the field, 11-14 remaining. Still here in the first minute of quarter number 4, 33-21 your score. Rigby on top, Flowers from the shotgun. Monty Morell in the backfield with him. Twins left, single right. Man in motion. It's going to be Flowers on the keeper. And he's going to pick up about a yard on the play, brings up a 2nd and 9. He almost got brought down in the backfield, was able to slip a defender and dart forward and pick up some positive yards on the play. It's just one, but it's better than a loss. You'll be able to check back on IdahoSports.com for all the scores and highlights around the state tournament. You'll also be able to see next week where the state championship games are being played and what times they will be. Monty Morell finally tripped up, gets down to the 48-yard line on their own side of the field. Shout out to our power boosters, Fibercom, Teton Auto Group, Anytime Fitness in Rigby, Java Express, MVP Rentals, Brightside Dental, another one. And Morrell's going to pick up the first down here, finally brought down by a group of Rocky Mountain Grizzlies, and it took the whole group to bring him down. A Roof Resource, another power booster, along with Propete Fertilizer, Bellhaven Real Estate, Idaho Drug, Eckersall Funeral Chapel, and of course, Beehive Federal Credit Union. Clock continues to run. Down under 10 minutes to go, 9:50 to be exact. From the shotgun again is Flowers, tight end. Swaps sides, 3 receiver set. Looked to me like Rocky might have been lined up off sides, but also looked like a potential false start on Rigby. No flags thrown. 7-yard gain on the play by Morrell brings up 2nd and 3. Ball on the 41-yard line on the Rocky Mountain side of the field. From the shotgun, it's going to be Flowers on the keeper. He's got open field ahead of him. Finally gets cut up with by a defender, but not until he gets down inside the 20-yard line to the 19, where it'll be 1st and 10 Rigby. So 1st and 10 now from the 19. Clock running now that the chains are set. 8:40 remaining in the ball game. 33-21 is your lead for the Trojans. They're going to run as much time off this clock as they can because, against a running team like Rocky Mountain, they typically take quite a bit of time to get down the field. Morrell again gets it. He gets brought down, but not till he's picked up 4 yards on the play. He brings up a 2nd and 6. Checking back into the ball game for Rigby, number 2, Cannon Core. Of course, he had the big catch that put him down on the 1-yard line last time they scored. All scores tonight by Rigby have been Amani Morrell. 2nd and 6 here. Ball on the 15-yard line. Rigby knocking on the door of another score. Out of the backfield goes Morrell, and to the right goes Flowers. He sneaks through the defenders and gets down, and he could have scored a touchdown right there, but instead he wants to run time off the clock, so he slid down at the 1-yard line where they'll run more time off the clock. It's going to be a 1st and goal from the 1. Maybe they just wanted Morrell to get a 6th touchdown tonight. Coming over and getting the play is Flowers. They do have Morrell in the backfield. Twins left, eligible tight end. Morrell comes out to the left side. It's going to be Flowers, and Flowers, boy, he was close to punching it in. Looks like he's going to be down about 3 inches to go. Again, if they score on this next one, there's no such thing as a stat less than a yard. So if somebody punches it in here, it'll be a 1-yard touchdown. Clock continues to run. Now down under 6.5 minutes to go. 2 timeouts remaining for both teams. Both teams took an early timeout early in the 3rd quarter. Have not had a timeout since. Rigby doing a great job of controlling the clock. Flowers again, gives it to Morrell. Morrell punches it in. Morrell scores another touchdown. This one, the 1-yard variety. So 1 yard run by Morrell. This comes to the 5:59 mark of quarter number 4. The score now 39-21, extra point pending. They will send the sophomore Janes on to attempt the extra point. Only missed one tonight. Kick is up. Look good from my angle. It is good. Moves our score out 40-21. And now the hole just got deeper for Rocky Mountain to try to dig out of. They got a 19-point deficit, so they got 3 scores and 5:59 to do it. And in between there, they've got to get stops each time, too. Rocky Mountain's played a heck of a game here in spurts tonight, but then they've had times, particularly from a penalty standpoint, that have hurt them. Ball will be placed on the 40-yard line, on the far hash mark from where we stand. Rocky Mountain will try to get something going here. They tried for the onside kick last time. Ended up with a formation penalty. Having to kick it deep. This one deep by Rigby, and this one goes out of the end zone as well. Boy, when you're kicking from the south to the north right now, with that wind out there, about 20-mile-an-hour wind, it is, that ball is carrying a long ways. Not carrying so much when you're kicking from north to south. So ball by rule comes out to the 20-yard line where Rocky Mountain takes over 1st and 10 and in desperate need of getting down the field without too much time taken off the clock. Final now with Hillcrest as they knock off Twin Falls 44-20. Bishop Kelly beats Skyline 21-20. So it'll be Hillcrest, Bishop Kelly. Those two teams met 2 years ago as well. Bishop Kelly getting the better of that. Hillcrest, your reigning state champions. Pass complete to the big tight end for Rocky Mountain. It's number 88, Drew Bird. Now, this one was a wide receiver lined up as a tight end in that set. Over the 6A side, it's Timberline still with that 23-17 lead over Coeur d'Alene. And getting hit in the backfield, finally able to pick up about 1 yard on the play as Custer brings up a 2nd and 9. No, they're going to say he's back to the line of scrimmage, so it's going to be 2nd and 10. Ball placed on the 33-yard line. From the shotgun they go. Custer looks downfield, goes out to the left, being pressured. He passes it downfield, almost picked off. Boy, awfully close to really this game being, for all intents and purposes, done as he was trying for Drew Bird again, threw it right in the middle of the defense. And there's a flag on the play, and I'm thinking it might be an illegal lineman downfield. We'll see what the official call is. So, ineligible receiver.
Illegal forward pass.
Okay, they're calling an illegal forward pass. It's a 5-yard penalty. He was in front. Custer was in front of the line of scrimmage when he made that pass. I knew he was close. And over on the far side of the field, they could have potentially called an illegal lineman downfield. 3rd down is what's coming up. However, we got 5:04 remaining in the ball game. We're going to keep it right here. Another shout out to our power boosters, Fibercom, Teton Auto Group, Anytime Fitness in Rigby, Java Express, MVP Rentals, Brightside Dental, The Roof Resource, Pro Pete Fertilizer, Bellhaven Real Estate, Idaho Drug, Eckersall Funeral Chapel, and of course, Beehive Federal Credit Union. Been a great ball game tonight. Certainly the Rigby faithful are happy as they looks like they're going to have another opportunity to get into the state championship football game. 2 years reigning right now. And I'm thinking, based upon where it was played last year, that it might be played in the ICCU Dome this year. But I'm not sure. You're going to want to check back to IdahoSports.com and see exactly where that's going to take place. From the shotgun is Custer. It's 3rd and 14. He looks downfield, has his man. It's complete. And they get down in Rigby territory. And once again, Drew Bird on the reception on that. You know, they really hadn't targeted Bird today until this series. They've targeted him 3 times. 2 have been receptions. 1 was almost an interception. 4:51 now remaining. Rocky Mountain quarterback Joseph Chandler now. And he looks downfield, and he's just going to run it. He's going to pick up a few yards on the play. It's going to be 2 as he comes down at the 41-yard line. It's going to be 2nd and 8. Number 18, Chandler, is a senior as well. Chandler's going to stay there as quarterback. They set up in what is, it looks almost like a wing tee. It's going to be a 3-receiver set. Down the field they go. Has his man. Oh, in and out of his hands. It was a great pass down to Owen Olkers. Olkers unable to hold on to it. Hit him right in the breadbasket. 4:01 remaining in the ball game. Clock stops because of the incomplete pass. Brings up a 3rd and 8. Ball on the 41-yard line, where it is 3rd and 8. From the shotgun they go. It's Chandler. He looks downfield. He runs it instead. I think he was in front of the line of scrimmage when he threw the pass. So this is another one that if it's accepted by Rigby, it would remain 3rd down, but he looked like it was an ineligible, that it was ineligible, that he couldn't throw it. He was in front of the line of scrimmage. That would be twice in this. Yep, illegal forward pass. Oh, it's going to be a 5-yard loss of down. That is correct. It's going to be 1st down. So turnover on down. Rigby Trojans. They're going to keep this. 1 timeout remaining for Rocky Mountain. Pardon me, Rocky Mountain has no timeouts remaining. Because I think they just used their last one. The scoreboard shows that Rocky Mountain has no timeouts remaining. Actually, now they've showed that they have 1, so they put 1 back up on the clock. Pardon me, that was just 3rd down, so it's not a turnover on downs. As you say, it's a loss of down. It was only 3rd. It was a 5-yard penalty. I thought maybe that Rigby would decline it. So Rocky Mountain keeps their timeout. They were just telling the officials, hey, that was actually 3rd down, not 4th. So Chandler from the shotgun again. He drops back. Has his receiver. It becomes a jump ball. Gets to the inside. No good. Great defensive assignment. Pass intended again for Bird. Defensive assignment was Walker. Did a great job. And now officials blowing their whistles again. Not sure what this is. That's a sideline warning for Rigby. Now that was a turnover on down, so it will be Rigby football on their own 45-yard line. It will be 1st and 10. Rocky Mountain still retains that 1 timeout. And it looks like Rigby is going to move on to the state championship game. Still no word yet. Now it has gone final. Timberline punches their ticket to the state championship game with a 23-17 win over Coeur d'Alene. So if things stand here, which they probably will, it'll be Rigby and Timberline for the state championship game. Timberline gave Rocky Mountain their only loss during the regular season. Amani Morrell gets out to the 50-yard line, picks up 5. It'll bring up a 2nd and 5. Right at midfield, not in their own territory, not in enemy territory. Right on the 50. I guess we'd call that neutral zone. 3:31 remaining. Clock continues to run. And Rigby's going to use every second of the play clock dang near. They're going to wait to see the official count down the final 5 most of the time before they snap it. They're down to that. They'll snap it here. Flowers from the shotgun. Goes to Morella again. They're just going to keep it on the run and keep it in the middle of the field. Morrell picks up the first down, gets down to the 43-yard line on the Rocky Mountain side of the field. So ball now on the 43-yard line. 1st and 10, 2:55 remaining in the ball game. For all intents and purposes, this game is over. The winner is determined. The only unknown is what the final score would be. I'd imagine it'll stay the 40-21. But as it is, Rigby continues to move the ball. Rocky Mountain not using that timeout. From the shotgun again, it's Flowers. Hands off to Amani Morrell. Morrell around the left side, breaks a tackle, slides down just near the 30-yard line. That way they stay in bound. The clock continues to run. So ball on the 30-yard line on the left hash mark for Rigby. Just over 2 minutes to go in the ball game, 2:11 to be exact. Rocky Mountain still has that timeout in their pocket, but has not used it yet. It's a 1st and 10 from the 30. Again, the winner and loser of this game is Academic. It's just what the final score will look like. Back to Morrell. Morrell picks up another chunk of yards. He's down near the first down marker again to the 20. I think it will be a first down. One side, the judge is going to say it's on the 21. The other is on the 20. It'll be on the 21. It'll bring up a 2nd and 1 now. $1:40 on the clock. Kofe checks into the ball game now. Zamani Morrell will come out, the senior. Playing his last game on his home field. As state championship game will be on a neutral field. We're going to get a timeout. It's going to be Rigby. I'd imagine they're going to get a number of the seniors in the ball game here. We'll take a break here on Idaho Sports as well. We'll be back for the final, minute 14.
Okay, listen up. Right now, teens in Idaho have a higher than normal percentage of fatal car crashes. We're 2.6 times more likely to be in a crash. Why? Data shows we're not buckling up, not driving sober, speeding, and getting distracted by that little device we love to hate. So what are we going to do about it? It's time to buckle up, drive sober, slow down, and put our dang phone down. I mean, duh. Join the movement. Search Shift Idaho Teen to learn more.
Every time that we get in the car, number 1, buckle up. Number 2, no phones. And number 3, pay attention to your surroundings.
If I got in the car with my friends, I would definitely tell them to put their seatbelts on. I want to be able to get back home safely.
Welcome back for the final minute 14. It looks like they're just going to kneel on as they're in victory formation. And they are. It looks like our final score is going to be 40-21. It's just academic now. Rocky Mountain, nothing to be ashamed of their season. Just run into a buzzsaw tonight. Penalties hurt as well. We go into a big weekend of college football as well. Idaho State hosts Weber State. It'll be Utah State at UNLV, Utah at Baylor, TCU at BYU, and then Boise State at San Diego State. Those are your regional teams around this area that people have their eye on. And now we're inside 30 seconds. No more snaps needed, as Rigby's going to win this thing and move on to play Timberline. Timberline won tonight 23-17. So the third place trophy. There's 2 third place trophies that'll be given. One will be given to Coeur d'Alene, one will be given to Rocky Mountain as the players shake hands at midfield. And this game is final. We'll take a break here on Idaho Sports, and we'll be back with post-game thoughts and, of course, your IdahoSports.com player of the game.
Help dreams come true with the Ideal 529 Education Savings Program. Our easy-to-use tools make it simple to plan for your child's education. With tax benefits and ownership flexibility, Ideal is the perfect way to save for college, trade school, apprenticeships, K-12 education, and student loan repayment nationwide. Join us at our next webinar to learn more about the 529 plan. Enrolling takes just 15 minutes, and you can start with just $25. Visit idsaves.org to learn more.
An Idaho-based credit union is leading the way in community initiatives and charitable partnerships. Recognizing a need for change, Lookout Credit Union underwent a major transformation to put its employees and their community first. Through 2 strong initiatives, Lookout Credit Union is ensuring a brighter future for its community. To find out more, visit www.lookoutcu.com.
Today's player of the game is brought to you by the Idaho Office of Highway Safety, reminding you to always keep your head in the game, whether you're on the field or on the road. Be in the moment and free from distractions. And tonight's IdahoSports.com player of the game, Amani Morrell with 6 touchdowns on the night. 6 touchdowns for Amani Morrell. Congratulations to him. This has been an IdahoSports.com GameStreams production of the 2025 Idaho High School Football Playoffs in the NFHS Network. Postseason broadcast is presented by Project Filter, your local Toyota dealer, Your Health Idaho, Next Steps Idaho, Ideal, Idaho's College Savings Plan, the Idaho Bowl, Valley-Wide Cooperative, and the Idaho Office of Highway Safety. This broadcast also made possible and brought to you with support from these local businesses: Beehive Federal Credit Union, Fibercom, Teton Auto Group, Anytime Fitness in Rigby, Java Express, MVP Rentals, Brightside Dental, The Roof Resource, Pro Pete Fertilizer, Bellhaven Real Estate, Idaho Drug, and Eckersell Funeral Chapel. Special thanks to Athletic Director Ty Shippen and everyone here at Rigby High School for their hospitality and helping bring this game to you, the viewer. Congratulations again to Amani Morrell, the IdahoSports.com player of the game with his 6 touchdowns, as Rigby will move on to play Timberline in the state championship next Saturday. Thanks again for joining us as the Rigby Trojans / Sun Devils defeat the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies, Red Devils can defeat the Rocky Mountain Grizzlies by a score of 40-21.